I click the mic and bite. Another clip, another fight. They twist my words for the feed, but I know what you need. I wear the red like a crown. Yeah, I get loud, I don't back down. Saggy melons on the screen. Say my name, I make it sing. They love to point and laugh till the truth comes through the glass. I've been burned, I've been bruised, still I never hit news. Yeah, I'm a crusher. Yeah, she's a crusher. Saggy melon, say it out loud. Truth will get out. Yeah, I'm a crusher. Yeah, she's a crusher. They can hate me all they want now. Can't break me down. I cover drama, yes I do. Every messy clip comes through. They leave hate under my door. Still I come back wanting more. You made me into your game. I turn the smoke into my name. If you want me gone too bad, I keep the scars and I keep the facts. You can pile on all day, I still stand in your way. Every lie that you throw makes my fire glow. Yeah, I'm a crusher. Yeah, she's a crusher. Saggy melon, say it out loud. Truth will get out. Yeah, I'm a crusher. Yeah, she's a crusher. They can hate me all they want now. Can't break me down. Go ahead, make your noise. I know the cost, I know the choice. I've been falling through your jokes. Still I rise through all your smoke. And when the truth comes in, you'll hear me laugh again. Not your punchline, not your game. Just a fire you can tame. Yeah, I'm a crusher. Yeah, she's a crusher. Saggy melon, say it out loud. Truth will get out. Yeah, I'm a crusher. Yeah, she's a crusher. They can hate me all they want now. Can't break me down. Saggy melons. Truth will get out. Saggy melons. Truth break me down.
Hello, everybody. It's been a bit since I streamed. I am here. Unfortunately, I am here. But how y'all doing? Welcome. I saw, obviously from the title you can tell, I saw Spider-Man Brand New Day last night. Oh my god, we gotta talk about it. I have been avoiding the internet like a plague to not get spoiled with anything. There was one thing that was unintentionally spoiled to me, but I already kind of predicted that. It was kind of obvious with that one, so I wasn't really spoiled. It was more like getting confirmation. But everything else, I was going into this completely blind, and I'm so glad I did because we have a lot to discuss. And of course, y'all, we gotta hit them with the whole spoiler warning. This is going to be full of spoilers. There are some things I will not spoil because I know that there are some people who have yet not seen it. If you have not seen the movie and you are here, I don't know why you are. Go see the movie first, like I did, without getting spoiled. But if you don't care about that and you still want to stick around, feel free. But this is your official spoiler warning. We are going to talk about things in the movie. The movie is going to be spoiled for you. I am going to talk about things that are going to probably take away your and your oh my god and oh my god, yes, let's go. We're going to spoil the shit out of this movie. So do not stick around. If you have not seen the movie or you do not wish to be spoiled, for everybody else who does not care about spoilers or have already seen the movie, you are free to stay. But this is your disclaimer right here, right now. You cannot blame me moving forward. Okay? So, spoiler warning. That's why there's spoiler in the title. Don't click it. Anyways, so There are a few parts we're gonna really talk about. That is my focus. Is obviously the story, the characters, and of course, the critics, because everyone's a goddamn critic on the internet, and there's a lot of things that we're gonna talk about there. I'll save the best part for last because that's kind of like drama-y territory, right? But I see a lot of people in the chat. I see a bunch of you beautiful, beautiful people. Let's see. I already scrolled by one person. I see. I'm already dreading the conversation there. I see Hate and Nate here. What's up, Hate and Nate? How are ya? I can't highlight. I'm doing this on my phone. My computer, like after I got the stream all ready to go, the computer was like, "We're just not gonna go live." I was like, "All right, bitch, the show must go on. I'm going on my phone." So I'm doing this all on my phone. So bear with me. Um, I see Hate and Nate. I see Anthony DDH. Hello, how are you? I see Ruin Leon's punk ass in the chat. He already like dropped the link. It's Spider-Man. Drop the link. I knew Spider-Man was gonna drag Leon out of the shadows because Spider-Man. For those who don't know, me and Leon have had discussions about Spider-Man in the past. Let's see. We got Daryl Taylor saying, "I loved Brand New Day, and we finally got introduced to one of the MCU X-Men." Spoiler alert. And am here for it. Let's go. And for people who have had a problem with what she was doing, how would you be if spoiler alert? Okay. Yes, Mr. Level. What's up, Mr. Level? I see you in the chat. Mr. Level. How you doing, Mr. Level? What's up? I see D-Day Direwolf in the chat too. So anyway, let's get to it. So first, we're gonna talk about the story of Brand New Day. All right. So obviously, Brand New Day picks up right after No Way Home. With again, if y'all didn't watch No Way Home, I don't know why you're here either. Like that's crazy. But we're in a brand new day where nobody remembers that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Spider-Man still exists in the world. Everyone knows who Spider-Man is, but everyone has forgotten who knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. So this starts off with like Spider-Man is by his damn self. Like he is lonely. It's pretty sad. It's really sad that poor Spider-Man, after losing Tony Stark, after losing Aunt May, and then losing two of his closest friends and his lover, who's still alive but still consider a loss because they have no idea who he is. They might as well be gone, right? So Spider-Man's a little emo boy, still saving the day, still being Spider-Man, but Peter Parker's pretty lonely. All right, Peter Parker's pretty sad, you know, and obviously Peter Parker's on his obsession stuff, like not to that level, trying to obsession, but he on his little stocky status a little bit, making sure his friend and his girlfriend are doing good and everything since they don't remember he exists. So, that's all the trailer, so that's not really spoiling. But this is where things get interesting because you're seeing Spider-Man. By the way, fun fact, loved it. I appreciate it, and it's going to come into play. Remember this conversation because we're going to discuss it when we get to the last part of this show. We see some iconic villains of Spider-Man from Spider-Man's universe. You see them; they will be familiar. I will not spoil that for those who have not seen that, so that's the part I'm not going to spoil. But we see a little bit of some of the villains that are from the Spider-Man universe as villains, iconic, like I said, and then we get into the real story, which is there is a power happening where this power is taking over people's bodies and breaking into what's the Damage Control, which is this organization where they take all this technology from villains and stuff and try to use it to help people. That's the whole thing that they say is like, we're taking all of these villains that you apprehend and we're taking their technologies and we are making it into good stuff for people. Like you're taking this technology to advance society. And so Peter Parker, Spider-Man, he's working kind of with these people, and everything seems kind of okay until this Damage Control is being attacked, and so that's kind of the story how it starts. And obviously the struggle between Peter Parker being by himself since No Way Home, having to cope with that and process that, MJ and Ned has moved on without him, not remembering he existed. There was attempts that, he was going to say something or he just wanted to see them. It was tough. It was really sad seeing poor emo Peter Parker, but not dressed in black and dancing like a lunatic on the streets like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. But anyways, so obviously we also see the Punisher is in play here. You guys saw the Punisher in the trailer. And that brings me, because that's kind of the story. I don't want to spoil the story too much. Like I said, I'm going to spoil some things, but I don't want to spoil everything, right? The story from start to finish. But you meet the Punisher. The Punisher's there. The Punisher and Peter Parker's relationship. Hold on, I got to get them on the screen when I talk about this, because I loved their relationship. Their relationship kind of gave me like Deadpool Wolverine vibes. Obviously, Punisher and Spider-Man are two completely different types of characters, different types of people. Punisher is one of the, he don't give a shit. His justice is a bullet. Punisher will kill people. And Spider-Man's like, yeah, we don't kill, bro. Like, that's just not how we roll. But they work together, and it's really funny. I will say John, I don't want to butcher his last name. I always butcher his last name, but I loved him since Walking Dead. He is a fantastic Punisher. I love his dynamic with Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man. I love them two together. In my head, I'm like, it's an odd choice, but like it's happened. And I remember when Punisher showed up in the Spider-Man animated TV show in the 90s, and I loved him then. I had like deja vu, like it was like nostalgia. I can't even say deja vu, it was like nostalgia seeing the Punisher and Spider-Man together in live action in a film, and it made me feel like how it was back in the 90s animation cartoons. Again, with two of these characters being completely different from one another. But, towards the end, you get like this really cute moment with Spider-Man and Punisher, and it really warms your heart. But at the same time, in my head, I'm like, that he just tried to kill somebody, right? Like you took a bullet for somebody he was trying to kill, and now we just acting like that didn't happen. I swear, I love these movies because of how forgiving all of these people are. I've always found that funny in entertainment where people are literally like murderers, right? But it's like, it's okay, we forgive you because like you're one of us. But I still like, for the sake of fiction, I love the relationship between Punisher and Spider-Man. I thought that they did fantastic. And I think that I kind of feel like, I know people are going to hate me for saying this, I feel like we could have utilized Punisher a little bit more, but what more could you have done with the Punisher in this movie when the focus really is obviously Spider-Man, right? But that was great. Now obviously we got to talk about the Hulk real quick too, because the Hulk also makes an appearance. The Hulk makes an appearance, and that fight was epic. There was some people saying some stuff that was incorrect, so let me correct some information. People were talking about how could Spider-Man's webs hold down the Hulk. Well, number one, we have seen many times Spider-Man's webbing's pretty strong. It holds back buses, helicopters, tanks. It can be strong enough to withhold a tank. And it did hold him down, but it didn't keep him down. But somebody made a comment saying, well, it was his organic webbing, because yes, we're going to talk about the mutation too. The organic webbing that Spider-Man was developing in this movie, for people who weren't paying attention, anyone who thought that the reason why the webbing was strong enough to hold down Hulk was because he used the organic webbing, which, yeah, guys, the organic webbing, his mutation made him stronger, including the webbing. But he wasn't using his organic webbing during this fight. You could see his little web shooters on his wrist in the fight scene with the Hulk the whole time. When he was using, when his mutation was taking over, it would shoot out the web injectors that he had on his wrists. So he wasn't able to use the web shooters with the mutation in effect, because he was having like Tobey Maguire organic webbing is what they call it, from the wrists, naturally produced, right? So yeah, just to correct that, it was not his organic webbing that he was using when he fought the Hulk. He was not in mutation mode when he fought the Hulk. Had he been in mutation mode, when he was fighting the Hulk, he probably would have held off better than he did in the fight. But I did love that they brought the Hulk into it. Obviously, with Peter mutating, it made sense to go to someone like the Hulk, whose DNA is obviously something that is mutated or changed due to gamma radiation or whatever. It might be not the same as mutation, but in certain versions of like X-Men and stuff, when X-Men meet the Hulk, they do kind of tiptoe that he has like mutated genes or whatever. I don't know. The comic book sometimes confuse things more than it should. But the fight between them was really good. People said, "Well, it was so short. Why do they have it short?" I'm like, well, why would they have Hulk in this way more than he needs to be? Save him for Doomsday. Save him for Secret Wars. Him just making a cameo, it made sense, right? So let's move on to the villain. We're gonna get into this too. The villain of the movie, who was revealed as none other than Jean Grey, played by Sadie, who y'all will remember from Stranger Things. Personally, I think she did a good job as the role. Personally, though, I didn't care much for her introduction into the MCU as like a bad guy, because when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, here we go again, another fucking Phoenix origin story. Here we go again. We're starting off the Phoenix, guys. She's the Phoenix. This is why she's bad. No, can you guys hear me now? Test, 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 test. Uh, can you guys hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. My apologies. Like I said, I'm on my phone and I just got a call and it just shut off my audio. I'm gonna yell at somebody after the stream. Okay, sorry about that. Oh my god, bro. I hate it when my phone rings. I guarantee you I'm gonna get another call. That's why I don't like to stream on my phone. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh god, what was I saying? Damn it. Ah, I can't wait, guys. I can't tell you. I cannot wait to to get a computer that works so I don't have to keep using my phone so this doesn't happen anymore. I really can't wait. Um okay, yes, Jean Grey. So yes, I was talking about Jean Grey, but what was I saying before that happened? I was saying that shit. God damn it. This is why I put my phone on air. I know I can't put my phone on airplane mode because I need the data because the Wi-Fi is wonky on my phone. So talking about no bad Jean Grey, no bad Jean Grey. So okay, yeah. So the thing with Jean Grey, um, that I think, yeah, I don't like how. Thank you, Miss Lova. So I didn't like how they introduced her as a villain, but I kind of understand why. Because mutants have been missing in the MCU for a while. So her little villain arc could kind of cause the prejudice that the world views mutants, which is why I kind of do understand why they made her a villain. Um, because of that, I wouldn't necessarily say that I would want that story to be introduced because of Jean Grey. I feel like it would have been better if I don't even know why I even put these things up because I had like the whole thing like Punisher, Spider-Man, the Hulk, Jean Grey. Here we go. So I think introducing her as a villain is like but I get it. Like they have to introduce mutants as why people are prejudiced against them, why their powers are a problem. But I also say to people that like you have to understand that Jean Grey wasn't a villain. She was created to be a villain. The true villain was what? The damage control people, right? Because of the plot involving her taking her sister, kidnapping her sister, and lucky enough, not her, right? Because the sister saved her from getting caught too. But they took the sister, and then you find out they killed the sister. So she even became more enraged than she already was looking for a sister. Now, again, people will argue, well, it doesn't justify. I saw a comment say, well, these people always are justifying villains and da 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 da. Needs to stop. They use the example of Jean Grey and Scarlet Witch. Well, again, number one, Jean Grey didn't start off as a villain. She was made a villain by a more villainous person, right? An organization that caused her to go down that path. She didn't start that way. She was an innocent child who lost their parents, or the parents kicked them out because they're different, whatever, they have powers. And she was happy with her sister. She was happy with her sister. She was fine. And then what happens is something happens and she goes down a dark path, right? And yes, guys, she did kill someone. 100% she killed someone. Probably multiple people, but she definitely on screen killed a person. May that poor construction worker or whatever he worked, whatever, blue collar job he had, may he rest in peace. May he rest in peace, right? And people using the Scarlet Witch argument too. Yes, Scarlet Witch. The thing with Scarlet Witch that's even confusing is she started off as a villain in the MCU. Then she became not a villain. She became a hero. And then she became a villain again. And then she'll become a hero again. That's just unfortunately Scarlet Witch. Because you have these people who have immense powers, and yeah, they're gonna do bad things. It doesn't make it okay, but it also puts a lot more depth in an open conversation of where is the moral gray, right? Because these are moral gray arguments, right? Because it's the trolley effect. Are you willing to kill one person to save many, or kill many to save one person? That's the trolley test, right? So again, I understand people saying she's a villain, and yes, she is technically a villain of this story, but she's not the true villain. There are redemptions, right? And people hate redemption stories, and I'm like, but the thing about redemption stories is it shows that you can make awful mistakes, you can make very bad choices, and then you work for the rest of your life to make good on the bad choice you make. Like I did bad things, so now I have to go and do good things. So I think the whole argument of, is Jean Grey a villain in this story? Yes, she is a villain. That is a fair assessment. But she's a villain with a morally good reason why she became a villain, but also she was made to be a villain. It's not like she started off with evil intentions. The whole thing is she never was going out there wanting to hurt people because she wanted to be evil. Like, she wasn't out there trying to hurt people because she just wanted to hurt people. She was hurting people because she was hurting, because she was in pain, because she was grieving the loss of someone who kept her grounded, who kept her good. Again, it's not a justification of evil deeds, but to say that she's a villain and she's evil, like, she was a villain, but she was not evil. All right, that's the whole point that I took from her character. And again, I didn't like how she was introduced like that way, but again, maybe they did that on purpose because we're introducing mutants now. We're introducing the X-Men, and one of the big themes of X-Men was prejudice, right? And why were people prejudiced? Because they feared what they did not understand, and they mean, in fairness, I understand if people had powers, I think I'd be a little weirded out too, but again, that's just how I interpret it personally. The movie, in my opinion, though, was fantastic. Regardless of my little gripes about it, it was fantastic. Now, one of the biggest issues I have with this movie, okay, taking all this bullshit off the screen because it really doesn't matter. So one of the biggest gripes I had about this movie is we didn't get enough Ned. We didn't get enough Ned. I will say this though. So Mary Jane, sorry, Michelle Jones. I became one of those people. Michelle Jones, MJ, and Ned, they were obviously present in this movie. MJ more so than Ned, in my opinion. I feel like Ned, I love Ned. I love his character. But when you saw Ned, Ned felt more like the first movie version of Ned. You know, for the first time, fresh eyes Ned. And I thought that was really kind of cute. And I don't know if people picked up on that. Like Ned was kind of back reset to the first movie type Ned. MJ, I like Zendaya. I do. But my hot take is I was never a big fan of this version of MJ to a degree. Like, I like that they made this MJ less of a damsel in distress and actually like smart, like Peter, where they had more in common, where it wasn't she was just a hot redhead chick that Peter was like a boner for, like, oh, I'm a dork and I'm into computers and robotics and stuff. And like, she's the hot cheerleader cliche. Like, I mean, Mary Jane has always been badass in times in the original. Like, I don't ever want to take away from that. I do love Mary Jane as a character. I think that her and Peter work somehow. But I do like this version of MJ to a degree. But I'm not like the hugest fan of MJ because I do feel like they kind of made MJ way more tomboyish and more, I don't know, like she comes more off as like the homie, like the homie, like the chick that hangs out with all the dudes and just vibes. She just gonna friend zone you type chick. But I will say, yes, I do agree with After Hours. I think Zendaya gave a great acting because at one point in the scene, and this is where I got bamboozled, y'all. Like the movie bamboozled me. Okay, so at one point in the movie, Jean Grey, she can't get into Peter Parker's mind. Like, he is the only person she can't really infiltrate, right? Not to like control, right? So she finds out who, Peter Parker's peoples are, even though they don't remember. And she's like, oh, they don't remember you? Oh, well, I'm gonna go after them then. So Peter goes and he, goes to see MJ and make sure MJ's good. And so MJ's like, Peter, or not Peter, sorry. She's like, Spider-Man, like, what's up? What's going on? Why is somebody after me? And then she's like, oh, we knew each other. That's why. That's why they're after me. That makes sense. Who was I to you? Was I like your friend? Was I like, a classmate? Like, was I like, who was I? Were we more than that? And then Peter's kind of just like, well, now's the time. I kind of have to tell her about what was going on because y'all don't remember from No Way Home. He wrote this whole ass letter for her that he was going to give her to remind her who he was, and he chose not to do it. So now I'm like, okay, now's the time he's going to tell her who he is, and we're going to see if she's going to remember or not. So he does just that, and sure enough, she's like, oh my God, I remember. And then they kiss, and I'm just like, oh my God, it worked. I didn't think they were going to do that. Like, oh shit, I'm freaking out. Like, yes, she remembers Peter. Oh my God. And psych, y'all, it was Jean Grey in her mind controlling her and fucking with Peter. And I was like, yo, they did not just do that fucking flip the doodles on us. Like, what? I was like, they really did that. I was like, they got me, y'all. I was cheering. I was like, let's go. And nope, they bamboozled the shit out of me, and I was so mad. And I'm like, yo, I was like, fuck this movie. That was the first time I said, fuck this movie. I was so excited. I was like, yes. Oh my God, she remembers. Psych, bitch. Jean Grey up in this motherfucker. You just cheated on your girlfriend. No, so there were things like that where it's like Zendaya acting like Jean Grey in that moment was really good acting, in my opinion. Like, that was peak performance for her in this film. But I do feel like we needed way more Ned. And speaking of which, let's get into the discussions, y'all. Let's get into the debate discussions, because fuck all this. I think I spoiled enough of the movie. Let's get to the critics, y'all. Let's get to the debates that everyone has to say about this movie, right? So that leads me to the next point. At the end of the movie, after everyone, they save the world, Jean Grey is free, she's roaming around. Again, I don't want to spoil too much because I want y'all to at least enjoy some of it. But at the end of the movie, right, Peter Parker runs in Ned just chilling, because at this point, by the way, they've already seen each other, right? Like Ned saw Spider-Man in the suit. MJ found out that they knew each other but still didn't remember him. She found the note that he wrote, and she dropped his first name, his first government name, in front of Ned, and Ned was like, oh, Spider-Man's name is Peter. So with that information in mind, at the end of the movie, Peter is, doing his thing, goes into a shop to get some flowers for Aunt May's grave. He sees Ned sitting there chilling. He goes over to Ned and he does their handshake. And Ned does the handshake from memory, remembers the handshake they shared. And at the end, Ned says Peter, and then end credits, right? So now everyone's debating if Ned remembers Peter at this point. Now, see, I saw Jarbo's post. He had a theory about that. My thing is, people are saying, yes, he remembers. Others are saying he doesn't. He just said the name because he heard MJ say it and he figured out that Peter was Spider-Man. I think they left that out on purpose for us to debate about it. My thing is, do I think Ned remembers Peter and everything they went through? Did that break the spell? I don't think so. It could be possible that handshake could have reminded him maybe, but I doubt it. Because Jarbo's theory was that because Peter tells him directly who he is, it breaks the spell. Because MJ read the letter, but Peter didn't introduce himself as Peter. But again, that theory wouldn't make sense because at the end, Peter doesn't tell Ned that who he is. He just does the handshake to see, if he remembers or whatever. So it is possible that happens, because my theory originally was that Jean Grey, with her powers, was going to unlock those memories for both MJ and Ned. That's what I thought was going to happen, right? But it is possible that did make him remember, because somebody said in the chat too, the muscle memory. Yeah, but it couldn't be erased completely. Yeah, that's possible. But again, I'm still saying that maybe it was potentially that he remembered, but it wouldn't make sense, right? Because when MJ read the letter, now she's like, oh wait, this was for me, you know who I am, we knew each other, well, we were in love, we were a couple. But at the end of that conversation, she still said, sorry, I don't remember you and I don't love you, because Peter said, I love you, and she's like, I don't have any memories of you, so I don't love you, was her exact words, right? So even knowing now, being told that they knew each other, that didn't break the spell. She still has no memories of them being together. Now, people say during the part where Jean Grey's power goes fucking ape shit, you saw it in the trailer, where that whole wave of energy goes across New York, and it freezes everybody, right? And that included Ned and MJ, and MJ started crying, and people were saying, well, maybe she's crying because she remembered. I'm like, or maybe she's crying because the whole world got frozen. Maybe she just cried. We don't know. It could be possible that blast knocked some memories into them, but why wouldn't they seek out Peter if that was the case? If she, at that moment, if she had remembered Peter in that moment, in that scene where she's crying, why wouldn't they go and seek Peter and say, hey, we remember, right? So I don't think Ned necessarily remembers Peter. I think he said Peter because he knows that he's Spider-Man. And though that's what I really think that scene was about, where he's like, oh shit, you're a Spider-Man. Because he did see Peter at the party, and he did see Peter, right? And again, It could just be theories, but we don't know because it was purposely left out. Like, that's how they left us with a cliffhanger. Did Ned remember Peter in the life that they had together? I don't think so. I think he just realized that he was Spider-Man and his name happened to be Peter. He's like, oh, Peter. Yeah, you're Spider-Man. It is possible. Yeah, Alex. I think that's kind of what it is. She was crying because, like, she's like, damn, are we all gonna die? Like, it's possible. But I don't think she was crying because she remembered Peter, because she already now knows at that point that she knew Peter and they were together. I don't think she was crying because she remembered that. I think she was just crying because of the situation. I could be mistaken. These are just my opinions. These are just my thoughts. But I also really don't think that at the end of the movie, Ned actually did remember, Spider-Man. But it is possible, everyone's saying maybe to break the spell, you have to do an action to remember stuff. I mean, again, when it comes to Doctor Strange's spells, they're not very cut and dry. They don't have, like, really not, Peter broke the world because he was doing all this stuff that he thought was harmless. And then, this is why it happened in the first place, right? So that's one of the debates I see floating around about Ned and Peter. Do they remember each other or not? And I personally don't think they do. I think, like I said, it was left up to interpretation. Maybe we'll find out in the next film, right? We'll say that. Now, the post-credit scene, I'm going to talk about that real quick too. Somebody was like, don't stay for the post-credit scene. It's not worth it. I kind of agree, because in this movie, Ned develops an app that tracks Spider-Man. But how it works is very important, and I need to explain it so you understand why the post-credit scene kind of leaves things a little weird, and also why I'm mad about the post-credit scenes. It just fucking makes no sense. So Ned's app is basically a Spider-Man tracking device where people download the app, and anytime you see Spider-Man, you tag them, kind of like Waze. You guys know the GPS thing. Waze is basically Waze, but for Spider-Man. If you see Spider-Man, you ping the location that you saw Spider-Man. So everybody who sees Spider-Man has the app. They'll ping him where he's going, right? So with that said, in the post-credit scene, all we see is Ned's app showing that Spider-Man is seen in one location on Earth, and then all of a sudden you see him into fucking space. Now, this is where I'm going to get triggered. Please explain to me, Marvel, how the fuck would that work when we've already got an explanation how the fucking Spider-Man app works? Who the fuck in space is pinging Spider-Man's location? Because now we went from it being like, when you see him, you tag him on the map so everyone can see on the map where Spider-Man was seen, to now it's just a straight up fucking tracking device that's tracking him into the fucking galaxy. That part made no sense to me, and I'm mad about it. How the fuck, Marvel, did you explain how Ned's app works, and then all of a sudden your post-credit scene shows it working completely different than how we've seen it work in the damn movie? That shit was like, how the hell? Now we have a straight up tracking device on Spider-Man. Who in space is tagging him? Who tagged him in space? I literally was like, in my head, I'm like, oh, and don't forget the glitchy thing that looks like Spider-Verse / Venom movie transport. Right, but like, the app does not work like that. The Spider-Man app does not work like that. So to have that be in the post-credits, because like, all we know in the post-credits is Spider-Man was on Earth, now he's not on Earth again. Where'd he go? That's all people ask him. Where'd he go? And people speculate, well, it might be because Doom took him or something. But again, the app shouldn't be the one to show us that. That should have never been the feature that we've seen, because like, that's not how the app works. That was my triggering point. I'm not even gonna front. That shit pissed me off, because I'm like, that's not how the app works. Ned did not create that app to be a legit tracking device on Spider-Man's person to see if he's here or there. But at the post-credit scenes, we see him into space. Who pinged him in space? What alien spacecraft was riding by and saw fucking Spider-Man flinging through the atmosphere or something? Like, what are we doing, Marvel? Did you guys just forget how you described how Ned's Spider-Man tracking app worked? Yes, that's a nitpick, and I'm going to be salty about it, because that was the worst post-credit scene in fucking Marvel movie history for me. I'm sorry. It really was. I was so disappointed in that. So when somebody said, you don't gotta wait to see that post-credit scene, I was like, Yeah, I don't think it was worth it. I'm sorry. It really wasn't for me. It didn't wow me. It didn't get me super excited. It was like it didn't really tell us anything. It just fucked up the whole narrative of how Ned's app for the Spider-Man tracker worked. Which was hilarious to see Punisher use it, by the way. That shit had me dying. But yeah, that was a post-credit scene. So I would agree you don't have to stay for it. It tells us really absolutely nothing other than Spider-Man is somewhere in space now after the events of Brand New Day. He just poof, gone. And we don't know really when, I guess, that's supposed to be. I'm assuming after everything went down. But again, the tracking device shit pisses me off because that shouldn't, that's not how it works. It's not how it fucking functions. Okay. Now here's the biggest thing I will say that people are griping about. It's funny because we were outside. I went to go see it with Buddy. We were out. I swear to God, if this person calls me again, I'm fucking crashing out. Anyways, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, somebody keeps calling me the same person. I can't text them and tell them to stop. But anyways, so the biggest criticism that I'm seeing right now about this movie is the whole thing about, I'm just gonna have this up here because I think this is a cool scene. Spider-Man not getting his own villains. And by own villains, I mean, in fairness, this is true. There has not been a Spider-Man villain that has solely had beef with Spider-Man. They would have other reasons why they are there in his world, in his city, but it was never because they had direct beef with Spider-Man. But in kind of fairness, though, if you look at what villain really had like started off having beef with just Spider-Man, like every villain has a motive, whether it's money or just chaos and stuff, and Spider-Man would just stop them. So there was never like a simple motive that was just focused on I'm just gotta take out Spider-Man, or we're just doing this but my thing is like people don't remember this Spider-Man, our Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, is a bridge character, right? And what I mean by bridge characters, y'all have to remember how this Tom Holland Spider-Man came to be. All right, let me give y'all a little history lesson. Okay? Let me give you the history. Okay? Marvel, till this day, does not own the rights to Spider Man. They don't own the rights to Spider Man until Disney buys Sony or Sony gives it back. Okay? So our Spider Man. No, we're talking about Tom Holland Spider Man. We're talking about Tom Holland Spider Man has not gotten his own villain, right? Like his villains are here for other reasons. Like the first Spider-Man movie. Okay, like we have the Vulture. The Vulture had no beef with Spider-Man. The Vulture had beef with Tony Stark, right? Even in No Way Home, the villains in No Way Home weren't there because they had beef with Tom Holland Spider-Man. They were there because they had beef with their own respective Spider-Mans. So, in fairness, Sony has the rights to Spider-Man. And now here's the history y'all might not know because y'all might not be as nerdy as me or don't do your research like me. So when Sony has had the rights to Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man movie they made was The Amazing Spider-Man. It did not perform very well. Okay? And so they had the Spider-Verse movies, Miles Morales, that did perform very well, but the live action movies weren't really doing that well at all. Like the Amazing Spider-Man did shit for them. So they basically collaborated with Marvel and said, hey, can y'all help us out with the Spider-Man shit? Like, we want to make some good movies here, and we're not really doing so hot with these IPs that we bought off you, but are not willing to give back to you. So Marvel's like, all right, how about this? We'll co-produce. So Marvel co-produces the Spider-Man movies, but they're still owned by Sony. Okay, so Sony's like, Marvel can make the movies; they'll co-produce these movies. Now, when this all happened, right? When this all happened, it was around the time that Marvel had already established a universe without Spider-Man, right? But now we're getting close to Civil War, which for those of you who don't know, Spider-Man had a big role to play in the comic book Civil War. Okay, but Spider-Man's not here. Marvel has no rights to Spider-Man. All right. So now they have to introduce Spider-Man to get him ready for his appearance in Civil War. Because I don't think they really expected to get that call from Sony and say, hey, we need y'all to do some Spider-Man shit. We need to bring Spider-Man. We're gonna have you work on Spider-Man. So they had to introduce Tom Holland Spider-Man and have it be indoctrinated into the universe that they already started. They had to have him basically transition into the universe that has already started without him for a while. So to do that, they had to have a link. And that link was Tony Stark. That link was Iron Man. So they had to introduce our Spider-Man, Tom Holland, into the universe by having him be linked to the Avengers that has already started without him for a while. Tony has the rights. No, Sony has the rights. Yes, they have the rights. But Marvel doesn't have the rights. So I'm sorry. I mean, I get what you're saying, Chris Gap, but like they technically own it by that right? Like Marvel can't make the Spider-Man movie because Sony owns the rights. So to me, that's ownership, in my personal opinion. But again, we're not going to argue that. So Marvel had to introduce Spider-Man into a universe. They started without him, and that's exactly how they did it. So now all the Spider-Man movies are now a link, a bridge. So when people are mad saying, well, Spider-Man doesn't get his own villain, do you guys not understand that Spider-Man being the bridge throughout the whole universe of MCU now makes him the most important character? He is the most important movie you need to see to get the setup for all the other movies to come. Spider-Man's role is the most important role in the MCU right now. Tom Holland Spider-Man is I swear to God. I swear to God, I'm gonna crash out. I swear to God, I'm gonna crash out. Like, for fuck's sakes. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. Holy shit. This is a worst stream to date. This is my worst stream to date. Holy shit. This is it's annoying. It's so fucking annoying, bro. I'm literally gonna crash out. Like, stop calling me. I'm streaming. Fuck. You're fucking up the stream. Anyways, Spider-Man Spider-Man is the most important character in the MCU right now because he is the bridge to the entire universe. Because every movie that comes out is a setup for what's coming. And what do we know is coming right now, guys? Doomsday. That's why the post-credit scenes, everyone's already speculating that Doom got that boy. Doom took that boy into the outer space or something. That's why people are speculating that, because Spider-Man always sets up a future project that they have coming out. And I understand like people are upset about that, but I'm like, why are you upset that they made Spider-Man the bridge into the multiverse, basically, into the universe right now? Not the multiverse, to our universe. He's the anchor right now. And his movies are going to perform well. So I think that people being upset that he's not getting his own villain story arc where like the villain has issues with him or some shit like that, I'm just like, but you have to understand how Tom Holland Spider-Man came to be, and the fact that he was introduced late into stories. Like, we missed out on a lot of story arcs that we probably would have got had Tom Holland Spider-Man been present in movies before Civil War. Also, fun fact, I know that Marvel definitely wanted X-Men and Fantastic Four when they were getting close to Civil War, because X-Men and Fantastic Four also contributed to the Civil War, but they weren't able, they weren't even going to bother with Fox, because Fox is holding on, was holding on to those IPs so hard. Like, they were not going to let Marvel touch them, and Marvel's like, we ain't even going to bother. We ain't gonna bother, because they've been trying to get Fox to do the same thing, and Sony Fox was like, nah, we doing our own thing. We're gonna butcher the franchise ourselves. So a lot of people don't understand that a lot of the reasons why Tom Holland's Spider-Man is being done this way is because Fox owns the rights to it. And to be honest with you, Marvel unfortunately doesn't have much say other than, hey, we'll help save Spider-Man for you. You let us do it, we'll do it. And Sony's like, all right, but we still keep the rights. And Sony's like, all right. And Marvel's like, all right, cool. We would let you keep the rights, but we'll make the movies. We'll split the cost, whatever. But Sony has to pay for it, by the way. If y'all don't know that, Sony pays for the films to be made. Marvel just makes the films. That's kind of how it goes. So when people are very upset about why Tom Holland's Spider-Man is being done this way, well, that's why. That's why he was late in the series. He was late into the MCU, and they had to find a way to incorporate him into the story where it made sense. Having his first movie have Tony Stark present, and having the first villain be more Tony Stark focused as a thing, having Tony Stark being his mentor also made sense. And looking back, because I was looking at old clips of all the other movies in the franchise, like the Tony Stark Spider-Man relationship was fucking golden. And I went back and looked at it, how sad it was that, like, not only did Tony Stark watch basically Spider-Man, like, quote, die, like he disappeared, right? He disappeared, he evaporated, Thanos snap, and you know, you know, we saw what happened. But then also, like, Spider-Man had to watch Tony Stark die as well. So it was really sad, but it was really great writing. And I feel like this movie made me feel like I have hope for Doomsday. I'm really excited for Doomsday. I think Doomsday is going to be fucking fantastic. This is going to be back to like how everyone felt about Endgame and Civil War and shit. I think that we're going on the right track, but I want to say my theories for Doomsday and Secret Wars. I really feel like this is going to be the closed chapter on the Fox verse of these characters. I think they're going to close the chapter on that in these films. And I think since now we got Jean Grey introduced in this movie, I think that we're going to get introductions to what's coming next with all the new X-Men. There's so much potential there. I'm actually really fucking happy that Marvel now has the rights to X-Men and to Fantastic Four. Mostly the X-Men, though. To be honest, I could give a shit about Fantastic Four. But with X-Men, there are so many stories to tell in X-Men, and I'm so happy that they have the rights now to do it, because there's so much potential now. I'm super excited for Doomsday after seeing Spider-Man Brand New Day. Even though Spider-Man Brand New Day really had fuck all to really, as far as we know, to do with Doomsday, as far as we know, it still gives me hope that the MCU is back on track with the movies, and that the next couple movies are going to be exactly what everybody has been waiting for as far as MCU goes. And by the way, this is another thing I found out that was interesting. So bro, after today, I swear to God, I'm not using my phone to do this shit. I don't care if I'm gonna wait until I get this fucking computer shit situated. Because, like, fucking, hi, This is Peggy calling for a housing survey. Bitch, I'm fucking streaming. Why are you guys calling me at 5:40? I don't want to take no goddamn survey. I'm talking about fucking Marvel movies and shit. Why are you calling me right now? I'm telling you, man. This shit's triggering. Anyways, so fun fact, okay? So you know, like Craven and Madam Web and Morbius. A lot of people were mad at Marvel for those movies. That was 100% Sony. That was Sony. Sony did it. I blame Sony. Sony did it. Cause they're Spider-Man characters. So like I think what Sony was trying to do is they were making these standalone films to eventually merge with the MCU. So I'm just letting everybody know that everyone was blaming Marvel for those shitty ass movies, and it wasn't Marvel's fault. It wasn't Marvel's fault that the Spider-Man solo movies like Madam Web and shit had nothing to do with Marvel. That was 100% Sony's attempts at making a film that they wanted to bring into the MCU, and it didn't. Sony doesn't make good movies. They don't make really good superhero movies. Like when it comes to like lately, like the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, cool. Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, I think they listen. I think personally, it's really hard to make a flop Spider-Man movie, in my opinion. Like with Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man movies, they weren't the best, but they weren't god awful. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say they were god awful. I did like the Venom movies. I will say that Sony trying to make too many movies. Like, bro, why are you making these movies when you literally asked for Marvel's help to save Spider-Man at this point? Like, y'all need to just stop. Just stop. Let Marvel make you money at this point. just let Marvel make you money. Stop making these shitty standalone movies of characters that, no offense, not many people really give a shit. Like, who really gave a shit about Madam Web, especially a Madam Web who's young and not the version of Madam Web that we know from the books, who's a little older and, you know, more mysterious. Like, you know, like who really asked for all that? Nobody really did. But that was Sony. That was 100% Sony's doing. It wasn't anything to do with Marvel. Sony was attempting to be like, oh, well, we're doing good with this Marvel version of Spider-Man. Tom Holland Spider-Man's fantastic. Marvel's making us a shit ton of money. Why don't we start making movies again? And we're gonna do Madam Web, and we're gonna have Madam Web come into the MCU. And everyone's like, hold on. Marvel's like, hold on, pause. Like, you know, we don't need your help on that level. Like, you wanted our help. We didn't need your help. We're doing good over here. We're eating good over here. And I know you guys want a plate at the table, but no, we're not gonna do all that. We're not gonna do all that. So yeah. So overall, that's kind of the information that people fail to mention and bring up when people are making these criticisms and they're not understanding how we got from point A to point B. And that's what bothers me, is not understanding that Marvel has been really lucky to have gotten to where they are with what they had to work with. Because before, you know, Captain America was probably more known than Iron Man at the time, before people were like, oh, well, Iron Man's awesome. So, you know, it's really respectable that Marvel started off with not their more notable characters that have been out there without even having them have any involvement with it. You know, so I feel like, again, Doomsday is going to wrap up the Fox universe with those characters. I think that that's more something to look forward to than you know, everything else. Can't you talk about internet drama instead? Why? What internet drama? I feel dirty having a fake geek girl try to explain Marvel to me. How is it a fake geek girl? The funny thing is about saying I'm a fake geek girl is I literally go and do my research. There's no fake geek girl. There's no fake geek girl. Listen, 90s animated Spider-Man is always going to be the number one go-to for me. I've loved Spider-Man ever since that. I grew up with that. My two top favorite Marvel characters is Deadpool and Spider-Man, which is ironic because they look very similar. There's no fake geek girl here. There is also me just explaining the business behind these things, which a lot of people like to avoid like a plague because la 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 la, I don't hear you. I don't want to understand facts and numbers and logic. La 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 la. I don't want to understand business. No, like I'm not a fake geek girl. I love Spider-Man. I absolutely adore Spider-Man. I don't know why you mad that I love Spider-Man more than you. See, you keep saying that. Again, you keep saying Sony don't own Spider-Man. They own the rights. Okay. You can say that owning and owning the rights is different. The thing is, though, Crazy Cat, Marvel can't do shit with Spider-Man without Sony saying yes. Like, Marvel can't make a Spider-Man movie without Sony saying yes, because they legally own the rights to it. So whether you want to argue the semantics behind it, at the end of the day, Crazy Cat, Marvel can't touch Spider-Man unless Sony says it's okay to touch Spider-Man. That's really, like, again, you're arguing with me over semantics where it's like, I don't know how you don't understand. Marvel legally can't make a Spider-Man. They couldn't even call fucking mutants when they introduced Scarlet Witch and fucking Quicksilver. They didn't call them mutants because they don't own the rights to call them mutants. So, I mean, I hear you, but Sony owns the rights, which means Sony has to give their permission, their blessing for Marvel to touch an IP that they fucking created. They, like, again, the rights, they sold the rights, which means they couldn't touch these characters. They couldn't touch Fantastic Four. They couldn't touch X-Men for the longest time. Every X-Men, like, live action movie, every Fantastic Four live action movie was made by Fox. Why couldn't they include X-Men into the MCU? Because they didn't have the permissions to do so. For Christ's sakes, they didn't even own the rights to fucking Deadpool. So when I say the rights and say owner, like, to me, that's ownership, right? Because if you have to ask somebody else permission to do something, that means that person owns it. That's like me going to your house, Crazy Cat, and asking to use your fucking lawnmower. Can I use your lawnmower? I need to cut my grass. That is your lawnmower. You own that lawnmower. You own the rights to that lawnmower. I can't just use it whenever I want. I can't go into your garage and grab your lawnmower whenever I want. I have to ask you first. And that is what Marvel does with Sony. And you say fake geek girl, but that has nothing to do with being a geek or not. That's just discussing how things work and have been working. We almost didn't get Spider-Man, by the way. Fun fact for people who don't understand, we almost didn't get Spider-Man to come back because Marvel and Sony were in a dispute over how they were going to do the fucking characters in the future films. Sony was being a little bit of an asshole because they got a little bit of an ego because Marvel made them money, and they're like, oh shit, we're still able to make money off of Spider-Man. Maybe we don't need Marvel anymore. Wrong. Clearly you need Marvel, but at the end of the day, you're arguing me over a word, rights and ownership. The rights, to me, when you own the rights and you can tell somebody else you can't touch it, that to me is more of ownership in my opinion. But why are we arguing over that? Because at the end of the day, we are finally getting good Marvel movies coming. We had Brand New Day, and we're getting Doomsday. We're getting Secret War. We should be excited. We shouldn't be arguing over the rights. If anything, we're not the ones that are executive producers and all this shit. We're not in these meetings. We're not making money to sit here and argue about who writes who and this and that, who owns what. We are not in those chairs. So I could really give a shit who the fuck has the ownership. I just am explaining that the reason why Tom Holland's Spider-Man was introduced the way it was is because Marvel didn't have the rights to do it. They had to work with Sony. Sony had to sign off of what Marvel can and cannot do with this character, which is kind of crazy because they needed Marvel to step in to fucking help them because the movies they were making weren't making them as much money as what they see Marvel doing with the characters they're working with. And Sony was like, shit, Feige, help. We need help. And throw us a lifeboat, buddy. We don't know how to push Spider-Man anymore. But they're not willing to give the rights back. That's the crazy part, that they're not willing to give the rights back to Marvel because they still need to make money. So there's my rant. I went off. I popped off. That's just what it is. Crazy Cat, you triggering me something fierce. You know what you're doing. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Movie rights, not all rights. But again, the movie, what are they doing? What is Marvel really doing with Spider-Man other than making that? Where's the most money coming from? The films. The films. The films. Where's all the money coming from Spider-Man? The movies. That's where it's coming from. The movie rights are the number one moneymaker for the franchise, for Spider-Man. The movies, the live-action movies. The movie rights are the biggest priority for Marvel and Sony. That's why Sony won't let it go, because Sony knows that Spider-Man is their biggest IP that they have the rights to. They're not letting that shit go. They're not letting that shit go. So again, to me, that is ownership of the movies. That is ownership of the movies, because they are not letting Marvel do shit with him in the movies that they don't sign off on. Like I said, we almost did not get Spider-Man. We did not get Spider-Man. You say merch makes bigger movie, George Lucas? No. Well, here's the thing. The merch is based off of what now? The movies. We're getting a lot of Spider-Man merch from the movies. It's not just about that. So again, you can argue with me about that, but again, when we're talking about the movies, Sony owns the movies. Sony owns the movies. Sony owns Spider-Man movies. Primarily. You can't argue with me with that. You could say, well, the merch makes more money. Spider-Man right now is making a lot of money right now, too. The movies are doing fucking fantastic. The Marvel co-produced Spider-Man movies are making the most money. And Disney, yes, Disney gets merch, but see, here's the thing. Disney owns Marvel. Disney owns Star Wars. Disney owns a lot of shit. You're comparing the entire Disney group based on it. Like, we're not talking about that. I'm not getting into it. Y'all trigger me something fierce. Cut it out. Stop triggering me. I'm not reading the chat no more if y'all gonna keep triggering me. Now I wish somebody would fucking call me so I can shut my mouth. I hate you and love you, crazy cat. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Yo, I knew what Crazy Cat was doing. I know what Crazy Cat always does it. Crazy Cat knows how to push my goddamn buttons every time, and I crash out. What the hell? Kids want Spidey poop, no matter if it's based on the movie, comic show. I mean, it is, again, it's not hard to push Spider-Man, bro. It's friggin' Spider-Man. It's like Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman, especially, are the most easiest franchises to sell to when it comes to, especially merch. With merch, the DC movies right now, though, moving on. So, I'm about to start doing my streams later at night. This is killing my stream. This is killing my fucking show. This is killing my fucking show. Holy shit. I'm like, why do y'all motherfuckers who will call me right now, y'all don't call me y'all chose today and right now of all fucking times to start blowing up my fucking phone. Somebody better have fucking died. And I know I'm saying that, I'm jinxing myself, but I know because I'm seeing the voice messages being paused up and I can see I get the notification of what they're saying, the transcription. No one's fucking died. Why are you guys blowing up my fucking phone like this? Why are you guys blowing up my phone? No one's dead. Why are you guys calling me like somebody died? Fucking Jesus. It's not an emergency. It's not an emergency. I hate this shit. I'm just saying, like, this is insane. How many times, y'all count, how many times did I go mute because I'm getting phone calls? How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times this has happened in the stream. This is what happens when I'm streaming on my phone. This is insane. This is insane. No one has called me this much in a while. I'm like, somebody better have fucking died, bro, for y'all to be blowing up my shit like this. This is wild. Like, and I know that's not the case. I know I'm saying it and sounds fucked up and it's a joke clearly, but like the way I'm getting blown up today by so many people is wild. Like, what the hell's going on that y'all gotta call me so much at this time? I'm streaming. Like, stop it. I tell everybody I'm streaming. Hey, I'm streaming. Don't call me. I'm getting blown up like crazy. Jesus Christ. It's not Frog Tony. It's like so the person who's called me a couple times was a relative. And I finally texted them and said, I'm streaming, stop calling me. Okay. And they're like, hey. And then the other person called is another family member who's not apparently aware of, I'm streaming, don't call. And then I got hit with a friggin' telemarketer. So I'm sitting here like, bro, why are y'all calling me at this time? It's wild. Right, like, exactly. Like, you don't hear from anyone for weeks, and all of a sudden they want to pick this time at this hour to stop blowing me up. Okay, well, I'm ranting and raving and screaming about fucking Spider-Man, Marvel movies and shit. Like, come on now. Like, let's cut it out. Listen, at least people are calling me. Some of y'all motherfuckers don't get calls from nobody, and I feel more sorry for you. I'm just saying, we can think of a few people who don't got people blowing up their phones. Okay, just saying. We know a few people who ain't getting no love, no calls, nothing. No check-ins, nothing. No one cares about you. No one cares you exist. No one cares if you're living or breathing, or if you're nothing. Like, no one's caring about you. Okay, sorry. Let me get back on track. I'm sorry. What was I saying about DC? DC not doing good. Okay. I was being optimistic about DC, like Supergirl and stuff. I didn't go see it. I'm not gonna lie. There was just no hype for me. Like, I was hoping that people would enjoy it and that this would make people maybe excited for the future of DC. But from what I'm seeing, it's not looking good for DC. And with Marvel right now kind of killing it with Brand New Day alone, the very first really big movie that Marvel's come out with in a while after a Supergirl flop, like, DC's not really doing so hot right now. I'm not gonna lie. I hate to say that the haters that I don't like and all the Snyder Bros that I fucking can't stand, I hate to say that they might have been right about DC's status right now, but they was kind of right about DC's status. They're not looking too hot. They're not looking too hot. I can't even defend DC no more. Like, I wanted to defend DC, but I feel like, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this, and I've stood by this. Having James Gunn go over to DC, it made sense. Okay, like with Sony saw Marvel doing good, and Sony sitting there struggling with an IP that should be doing really well for them, right? Sony had to go to Marvel and basically say, help us. Okay, so with James Gunn, the same thing applied with DC. James Gunn was doing good over there with Marvel with the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, right? And so DC with everything, like, we need somebody who can do that for us over here. So they asked James Gunn, basically, like, they asked Marvel, hey, can you help us do it too? Hashtag us too. Can we do that? Right? So James Gunn made sense. However, I don't know what the deal is. Like, I liked some of James Gunn film. I thought Superman was okay. But, like, I just think that the tone that DC is looking for is not James Gunn's best to do. Like, I think the only project James Gunn that has worked on that I absolutely love is Peacemaker, because Peacemaker is a type of character that fits James Gunn's humor, that fits James Gunn's style. That character alone does. Superman, not so much. Supergirl, not so much. Green Lantern, not so much. So I feel like James Gunn really excels at darker, grittier storytelling. I think that's where he really shines and glows. I love that. That's his best work, in my opinion. So having James Gunn come in to do more campy style movies is kind of like, I don't know. It's like, it's but it's just It's not like, oh my God, I'm so excited for the next one. So I think in the beginning with Peacemaker and Suicide Squad, those type of storytellings are where I think James Gunn does really, really well. With Guardians of the Galaxy, he had a lot of fun with that, and it showed. You know, it wasn't meant to be taken too seriously because those characters aren't really meant to be taken too seriously. You can make them a little goofy, and what James Gunn did with it worked. But Superman and these more serious characters, I think that I just don't think James Gunn is nailing it like, I had hoped he would. But I kind of think that Peacemaker and Suicide Squad really is his best work over there with DC. I really like his style of storytelling with those characters. But yeah, I just at this point I can't really defend DC anymore because I just think that you got to mix it up. Like I don't think James Gunn should be working on everything, and I think that's the problem too. Is with him doing all this stuff, he's overextending. Like I think he's gonna burn himself out creatively, and I don't want that for James Gunn because I do like a lot of James Gunn stuff. Um, it's just tough. It's just tough with DC. It really is. I think it's tough with DC. I had hope. I did. I really had hope, and I was excited to see what he was gonna do. But fans ain't really vibing. They're not really liking DC. Like I said, I like some of the stuff. Like I said, I didn't think Superman was that bad, but James Gunn's kind of. I guess the fans they ain't fucking with it. They ain't fucking with James Gunn's DC right now, and unfortunately, Marvel's gonna crush them. Marvel is going to crush DC. Like, no, they're gonna be like DC. Who DC really got to step it up. I don't think Lanterns is gonna save it. I don't think Lanterns gonna save it. Clayface was a good trailer. Yeah, I saw the trailer. Clayface was a good trailer, but again, I don't think these are gonna be enough to save DC from the red. I don't think that they're gonna save DC. I think DC is the red right now, and they're really scrambling to figure it out. That's why what's his name's trying to sell it. That's why they're selling it to Paramount or whatever. They're trying to get rid of it again. They don't know what to do with it. They have no idea what to do with DC Studios right now. They Warner Brothers, they don't know what to do. They're stuck. And I'm sure they'll figure it out at some point, but right now it's Marvel's time to shine again. Marvel's gonna shine in the next couple of years, and DC's just gonna be the back shadows. And we'll see. I mean, Clayface ain't gonna save it. I promise you, Clayface ain't gonna save DC. Unfortunately, Snyder Bros got one thing right. DC is basically just barely their head above water. DC has tons of goofy characters. James Gunn could do well. Gunn ain't the guy to do Batman or Wonder Woman. I mean, like I said, it's whatever. DC is struggling, bro. Marvel's taking over right now. Everyone's more excited for Marvel than DC, and Supergirl not doing well is not helping right now. So I'm hoping DC turns it around maybe next couple of years, but I just don't think the DC stuff. I think people are kind of getting over it, and it's unfortunate because I really did have faith in DC. I really did. I thought DC was going to really shine, and I liked the slate, and it looked good. And then movies start coming out, and you're just like, oh, yeah. Like, okay, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it, but it didn't wow me. I'm not excited for the next one. Like I said, I didn't even bother seeing Supergirl because it's just like I didn't want to. Just didn't excite me. Like I thought that concept was great. I did, but I don't have any real interest. Like I kind of said, I think I said I wanted to see it, but then I don't know. Then like the reviews came out, and I was kind of over it. And like seeing some of the clips from the movie, I'm like, I'm kind of just over it. Over it. But then, like, in fairness, like the Doomsday trailer dropped, and then we got Brand New Day coming out, and I'm like, Marvel shill here. I'm back. I'm coming back to Marvel. I'm staying with Marvel. I'm gonna be a Marvel shill this year, next year, and the year after that. After Secret Wars, we'll see. I'm gonna be a Marvel shill. This is my Marvel shill phase until DC steps up, and then maybe I'll come back to DC. What's your take on Blade being canceled in the MCU? Uh uh that's tough because like I'm always gonna be Wesley Snipes Blade Forever girl, but I understand eventually we have to do it. But it's like it's sad that we are not getting a new Blade because I feel like seeing Wesley Snipes come back as Blade in Deadpool and Wolverine made me happy and excited to see Blade come back in some way, shape, or form. I think that it shouldn't have got canceled. It's kind of corny that it got canceled, but it did, and it sucks because I would like to see what they were gonna do. Schilling is not is not. Oh wait, what was that slip? Schilling is not a true warrior. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, Wesley Snipes is 100 years old. I know. I wish could stay young forever. The Flash is my favorite DC character movie. I could kind of see Gunn doing the Flash, but I don't know. I go with a more serious side. Yeah, no. I think they're just not gonna touch the Flash for a while. Oh, thank you. I got a super chat from Ray Zero. Forgot Ray only loves to notice me and I give her money is crazy. That is crazy and not true. Is not true. I also forgot about Leon. I said I was gonna give him a link, but I just kept ranting and kept getting phone calls and kept getting distracted. So I'm so sorry, Leon. I'm sorry. I'll give you a link in a minute if you're still in the chat. Let me know if you're still in the chat. I'll send you a link. The first Wonder Woman, anyway. Yeah, the canceled Marvel shows. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I don't know why. I didn't really look too much into it. I wasn't too thrilled because again, I'm one of those fans that's like, I like the Wesley Snipes version. I'm not ready for change. I know it has to happen, but I'm not ready. That's me. I'm one of those fans that's like, I'm not ready. No. I don't want a new Wesley Snipes. No. I still love the old movies. Well, the first two, fuck the third one, but I love the first two Wesley Snipes Blade movies. I'm not ready for the change, guys. That was me. That's me. I'm that fan. I'm that fan that I sometimes criticize, so I'm also low-key a hypocrite, but I am that fan. But I mean, I would like to maybe see what they did with it. You know, Marvel did Jonathan Majors dirty. Dude should have gotten a second chance. I don't think it was really Marvel itself that was the problem. It's Disney. It's Disney. Disney don't fuck around with controversies, whether true or not. They don't fuck around with controversies. They really don't. Like, I can't even. Oh yeah, no, because look at James Gunn. Okay, James Gunn is a perfect example, right? James Gunn had all those allegations because of his past tweets, and then he got fired, and then he got rehired, right? That was Marvel before Disney owned him, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I could be mistaken. I could actually be mistaken on this. I'm pretty sure Marvel wasn't with Disney at the time the James Gunn stuff happened. I'm pretty sure because I don't think if they were owned by Disney, James Gunn would have came back to do Guardians of the Galaxy. But I do know, and we've seen it, Disney doesn't play with controversies. So it was really more of a Disney thing than a Marvel thing. You know, because remember, Robert Downey Jr., again, a perfect example. Robert Downey Jr. had a lot of controversy surrounding him, and Marvel hired him anyways. They took the risk. Marvel itself, separate from Disney, it was more before. Okay, yeah, I was pretty sure it was before Disney, right? Marvel Studios before Disney took more risks because, like, at that point, why the fuck wouldn't they, right? Because, like, they took risks and it worked out for them, right? Anytime they took a risk, it worked out for them. Having Robert Downey Jr. play as Iron Man amongst all of his past controversies of, like, he was basically blacklisted because of all the shit he was doing. Them giving Robert Downey Jr. a chance, I feel like might have even saved him, to be quite honest with you. It really might have just helped him save him, stay clean and not drink and all that shit. So I really do feel like that Marvel giving Robert Downey Jr. a chance actually helped him. But they took that risk. And then with James Gunn, when the controversy happened, they fired him because they're like, whoa, pedophilic shit. We don't want nothing to do with that. Like, we're all good. And then they were like, okay, we're going to let you come back because you explained yourself and you showed proof and all this, whatever. But Marvel Studios was more likely to take risks. Disney don't fuck around. Disney don't fuck around with controversy. They want no bullshit attached to their name. So, yes, I agree. Like, I think with the whole Jonathan Majors thing, there should have been more time waited to see that whole story and what was going on. But again, Disney don't fuck around. You have any controversy, any fucking criminal shit, you're out. Disney don't play with drama. They don't. That's the great. They don't play with drama. So that was not Marvel. That was 100% Disney. Because that happened when Disney owned Marvel. Disney said, "Nope, you smack a bitch. Well, we don't know if you smacked a bitch, but the fact of the matter that you're making negative headlines means you can't be part of this shit. Sorry, that they have a strict no bullshit policy at Disney. They've always had that for a long time. They've had that. Disney wants the bullshit exclusively on screen. No. They've literally fired people for less. Like, explain, they fired a Disney actress because somebody else leaked her nudes. Like, it's not like she was doing porn, she was doing OnlyFans. Somebody else illegally spread her nudes on the internet, and Disney still fired her. That's what I mean when I say Disney don't fuck around with anything that's gonna make them look bad. They don't fuck with it. Whether it's your fault or not, they do not fuck with controversy. Period. Right? Gina Carano. Everyone should be allowed to have public opinion about anything political, religious, or whatever the fuck they want. Disney don't fuck with them. You say something controversial that's making headlines and it's negative attention, they want nothing to do with you. You know? So I get it what people are saying, and it is kind of sometimes fucked up because I do feel like Disney shouldn't really give a fuck too much about certain things, but like Disney definitely don't play with that shit. They do not play with anything controversial. They will let you go in a heartbeat. They won't even fucking question. Disney has their own social credit score. Basically, that's just how Disney is. And from a business perspective, I do kind of get it when you're trying to make money and you have somebody who you hire that's causing a problem that could potentially hurt your money, you're gonna fire them. You know, whether I agree with it or not doesn't matter. I still understand it. So yeah, yeah. Ray, name the actress so we can ask. No, cut it out, Crazy Cat. We're not gonna say the actress's name. It was I'll just say this. It was at the time she was a teenager when she was on the show. Thankfully, she wasn't a teenager when those pictures leaked. But the fact that they fired her because somebody else did something illegal was fucking crazy. And I'm like, Disney, fuck you. Like, that's not right. Like, you know, but that's Disney don't play. And Jonathan Majors. So this is gonna come off as victim blaming, and I'm sorry, but Jonathan Majors. Sometimes I'm like, y'all gotta stop putting yourself in stupid situations. I know it sounds like victim blaming, but I'm not. Like, it's just like, men, please always protect yourselves. Please always protect yourselves. Because women out here, especially if you're famous, if you have clout, always protect yourself. Especially when you're talking to women. Because a lot of women out here, they're opportunists. They're opportunists. You got money, you got fame, they're opportunists. So don't give them any reason to hashtag me to you because, you know, unfortunately that's the norm. And again, men will say, oh, why should I have to? Bro, everyone should just be careful with people. You know, be cautious of people you don't know. Be cautious of people you get in bed with because anything can change in a fucking blink of an eye. Right? Like, one day you're thinking, like, this is the one, I'm going to marry this woman, and all of a sudden, the next day, oh, he hit me, even though you didn't land a hit on him, but, like, now you got friggin' TMZ at your door, and you got this woman making money off of telling her lie to everybody in the world, but it doesn't matter. Public opinion matters. So, just always, especially you YouTubers out there, I don't know why y'all haven't learned the lesson at this point. Like, y'all need to stop getting your hands caught in the cookie jar, like, cut it out. It's 2026. There's no reason why all you big YouTubers are still getting exposed for being sus with women. Like I don't know how many YouTubers keep getting caught being stupid with females online. Like, what are we doing? Stop it. Don't do that. So yeah, with Jonathan Majors, it's like Jonathan Majors should have probably, you know, like, you know, not been with a crazy ass bitch putting her hands on. Like, once a woman puts her hands on you like that, maybe that's your best time to realize you need to go. You need to go. If that woman has no problem, no hesitation to put their hands on you, you need to go. You need to be like, all right, I'm out. I'm out this bitch. You know? So, but anyways, I am very excited for what's to come in the entertainment industry. Hopefully nothing crazy, nothing sus. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far. I know that a lot of fans are excited for what's happening, what's coming. But there are a lot of people who have their gripes and their issues. I'm like, let's just wait to see what happens when Doomsday comes out, because everyone's already trying to shit on the fucking movie before, just from one fucking trailer. They're already shitting on it, and I'm like, please, 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 can we just normalize waiting? Can we normalize waiting? Let me see if I can get Leon on. Hold on. I don't want to like leave the screen because I don't want like. Hold on, let me see. Leon, where's Leon? I bet you this man got bored and went to sleep. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get Leon on. Give me a second. Hopefully this doesn't like fuck up my volume. So, let's see. All right, let's see. Can you guys still hear me? Am I still being heard? I don't know. I'm still being heard, but let me get Leon because Leon want to come on. I was talking for way too long. Where the hell's Leon? Leon. 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 There we go. All right, let's get back. Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me talking? Yes? Okay, cool. So I can get off my screen. And okay, cool. I can get off the screen and send him a link. So I sent Leon the link because he wanted to join. Paging Leon. Paging Leon. I should do the Ashley Graham voice when I say Leon. Leon, help. Leon is my Marvel and I'm Sony. Leon, my stream is suffering. Help. Come save my show. Leon, help. Leon, save the stream. Come on. Nobody. My last stream was a flop. I need you to come on and bring some life to it. Come on, Leon. We need help. I'm Sony and he's Marvel. Come on, Marvel. Come on the show. No, I will not stop. Ashley got on my damn nerves in that game. Yeah, they fixed her in the remake, so she's less annoying now. Less simpy for Leon too, by the way. She's not as simpy for Leon as she was in the original. So Saggy is a new Mary Jane. Hey, I sent him a link. We'll see if he comes on. I know he's probably like, bitch, you were yapping on for an hour and 30 minutes. I fell asleep. That's what he's gonna say. He's gonna say some bullshit like that, I guarantee you. Let's see. Johnny Depp is playing Ebenezer Scrooge now. I'm sure he'll do better than Bill Murray. Yeah, that was a weird comeback for Johnny Depp. I'm like, y'all could have just put him back in Pirates of the Caribbean. No, because Disney's like, fuck controversy. We meant that shit. We don't care if you were proven innocent. We don't care if a bitch lied on you. You can't come back. Oh man, like, bro, why Disney? Why are you so cold? Like, everyone, like, if public opinion was against Johnny Depp, that made sense. But public opinion alone is all pro Johnny Depp. But I don't know. Disney said when Disney puts their foot down, they put their foot down and they don't lift that bitch up. So Johnny Depp, Johnny doesn't want to work with Disney. Oh, he rejected them. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I didn't watch all of the trial. I'm not even gonna front. I waited for the verdict for the most part. I watched the trial here and there. I was waiting for the verdict. Yeah, well, Ebenezer Scrooge. Johnny, please don't. But listen, I understand, but don't blame Disney. They just protecting their brand. As a business person, you should understand. But Jesus, Ebenezer Scrooge as Johnny Depp's comeback is killing me right now. Like, don't get me wrong, he's gonna kill the role. Like, he's gonna kill it. He's gonna nail it. But still, Johnny, I wanted a better comeback for you, sir. I wanted better for you. I did. I wanted better for you. I feel like you deserved better, but whatever. Saggy, what do you think of the new Ghost Rider? Listen, Ryan Gosling. You know what's crazy about Ryan Gosling? Was like, who the fuck remembered Ryan Gosling in the 90s, right? Young Hercules. Like, Ryan Gosling kind of had a few things back in the day, but ain't nobody really heard much about Ryan Gosling in a while. This motherfucker came back, and he killing it right now. He's killing it right now. The roles, like me and my friend were talking about this. We were talking about how like all of these actors are getting mad gigs now. Like we seeing these motherfuckers everywhere now. And I'm so happy. I'm not gonna lie, like him as Ghost Rider, I think he'll do really good. I think that Ryan Gosling is gonna do good as Ghost Rider. I love seeing Ryan Gosling back because Ryan Gosling, I had the hottest crush on that man when I was younger, man. Young Hercules, oh my lord, give me, give me, give me, give me. And he got better with age. Like how woof, oof. That man got better with age, like wine. Like wine. Ryan Gosling. I like seeing Ryan Gosling back in stuff. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I love seeing Ryan Gosling back. I do. I like seeing him acting. I like seeing him in roles and stuff. He's doing really good. I mean, I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him. Reading the chat, Zendaya sucks ass. Here comes the Zendaya hater. Scrooge is a massive role. I'm not. Listen. I hate today. I hate it. I hate today. Today is the day everyone decides to call a bitch. I hate it. This is killing me. I hate this. I hate it. It was a spam call this time. Potential spam. This is what happens when you use your phone on StreamYard, y'all. You gotta make sure when you get phone calls, you have to put that shit on Do Not Disturb or something. Cause, anyways, Crazy Cat. The thing is, right? Great that it's a big role. I feel like Johnny could have did bigger. Just saying, bring that motherfucker in the MCU. Have him play a character. Like, goddamn. You know who I'd love to see Johnny Depp play? I would love to see him play Magneto. I would. I don't know why the thought of Johnny Depp playing Magneto makes me giddy, but it does. I just think he should be doing like a bigger franchise than the Christmas Story. Just saying. But that's just me. I'm just saying. You're welcome, Maiden Hell. my stream full of interruptions and me getting muted by fucking massive waves of phone calls for some reason. Like, yeah, that's the best stream I've ever done, guys. A stream where everyone decides to call me on a day where not only I'm streaming, but like this specific day, everyone's calling me. Like, fuck off, please, and thank you. But yes, I mean that's my thoughts on it. What other thoughts y'all want to hear? Me? I've been so behind on all the latest news. I don't think Leon's coming. By the way, hit me with questions, y'all, while I'm here, because I don't know when the next time I'm gonna stream is. I'm clearly not gonna be streaming on my phone again. That's for damn sure. At least not at this time. Probably like late at night around 9, so the fucking telemarketers don't start calling me. If you know Johnny Depp's work, you know the last thing he would want to do is the MCU movie. Okay, just because he doesn't want to do it doesn't mean I can't say I want to see him in it. There's a whole difference. Like me saying I want to see him play this role doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to play the role. Okay, Crazy Cat? I'm just saying I would like to see him play a specific character. Okay? Just saying. Just saying. They dipped their toe into Johnny Depp to make sure people don't crash out. We all know he ain't do that shit. Yeah, I mean, I get that makes sense. I get that makes sense. Question: why don't you give me my money back for my second super chat? Oh, you sent the second one? Well, probably because you sent it when I got a fucking phone call. That's probably when you sent it. Send the link to my Instagram because I have a bone to pick with you. Bro, I ain't trying to hear you fucking bullshit. But okay, I'll do it anyways. Nah, I wasn't gonna give you no goddamn super chat back. Screw you. You don't get no money back. To hell with you. All right, since Leon's not coming on, he's probably mad at me because I took so long. he's probably mad at me because I took so long. Hold on. Let me see if he even responded. Nah, I think he fell asleep, y'all. I think Leon fell asleep. Okay, he fell asleep. he ain't here no more. All right, let me No, I said that a minute ago. Mr. Ray really wants to pick. He can pick all the bones he wants. He can get destroyed. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Oh wait, Ray Zero, why don't I see you on my thing? Send me a message on Instagram first so I can send you the link. God damn it. How about that? Because I sent you a request, I think. Send me a message on Instagram so I can find your ass. Because I couldn't find you in the messages the other day. Leon is back on hold. Leon disappeared. He fell asleep. I guarantee you that man fell asleep. He had an edible and he knocked out. Y'all. Ray Zero, hit me up on Instagram first, you mother effer, and then I'll send you the link. But yeah, does anyone else want to hear my takes on stuff that nobody cares about? Requested. I try to add you on Instagram. What do you mean? You should be able to add me. My Instagram's public. Just silence unknown callers in the settings. Yeah, I'm gonna do that next time, Crazy Cat. I didn't expect to get this many calls. I really didn't. The God of War TV show. Next question. Next question. The God of War TV show. We really running out of ideas, Hollywood, huh? We really need that money, huh? Hollywood. I'm sorry to laugh, but like the God of War TV show, not a movie, a TV show, guys. Why do we? I'm dying. I'm dying. I don't know why that was funny to me, but like, bro, Hollywood, what are we doing? We just gonna do every game franchise that was popular and just hope it makes us a bunch of money. Who we getting to make this shit? Who's making the God of War TV show? Bitch, talk about this is gonna be like Game of Thrones meets Hercules. we just gonna like why stop? Y'all need to stop ruining our video games, please. Please stop ruining. Oh, Amazon. Of course, Amazon. Amazon want to get all that Xbox money. Microsoft money. I'm crying. I'm crying. Holy shit. Oh my god, bro. Why, bro? Why are we making God of War TV show? Who said you could touch God of War? Hollywood, stop it. Cut it out, please. Please. Stop it. Please stop it. I know you didn't say Timu Corbin Blue. Yo, you look more like Corbin Blue than me. Ain't no way you hit us with that insult. Cut that out, Ray Zero. Come on now. Ain't nobody over here looking like Corbin but you. Fucking bum. Fucking weirdo. Call me Timu. You Timo. Okay. Here's your stupid link. Here's your stupid ass link. Click it quick. Before somebody fucking calls me again. Click it quick. Oh my god, bro. I'm fucking teary-eyed thinking about the goddamn God of War TV show. Oh man. Like, stop it. Why are we doing this? I can't. Give me a second. I'm going again because I'm thinking about it. Like, what the hell? Who played Kratos? Please tell me y'all ain't getting The Rock to play Kratos. Y'all gonna get The Rock to play Kratos? I'm done. I'm done. Let me find out y'all cast The Rock as Kratos. I swear to God, I'm gonna crash out so hard. Y'all gonna see crash out bigger and better than any crash out I have ever done in my entire life. Listen, I am fucking tired of The Rock. I'm tired of The Rock. But I'm also looking forward to the next Jumanji movie. I just don't want to see The Rock in no more things. It's gonna be Dave Bautista. This is gonna be a dog shit show. I hate Dave Bautista. No, say it ain't so. That's gotta be a lie. Please tell me that's just some stupid scooper making shit up. It's gonna be Dave Bautista. No. Wait, didn't Dave Bautista lose like mad weight? How is he gonna play Oh my god. Have y'all not seen Dave Bautista lately? That man lost all his muscles. And now he gotta get it all back. I can't. Dave Bautista has Kratos. I'm dying. I can't breathe. Hashtag I can't breathe. Dave Bautista. The first time I see you raise it, give me a second. The only time I've actually appreciated Dave Bautista's acting was in Guardians of the Galaxy, that one movie he did, that weird psychological movie where Dave Bautista's acting range is very limited, but it is on par with Kratos. But like, bro, have you guys seen Dave Bautista? He slimmed down. No, he slimmed down because he was tired of being a big fucking. He got massively big for that one role in that movie, and then he lost all the way. Talking about I don't want to be a big dude anymore. Basically, I'm not gonna get into verbatim, but basically he slipped down. Now he's gonna bulk up to play Kratos. Y'all are killing me, bro. I said The Rock, and then y'all said Dave Bautista. I said I don't know which is worse. I don't know which is worse. The Rock or Dave Bautista. If I would have put money on it, I think I'd prefer the fucking Rock. And I hate that I said that out loud. Holy shit, guys. Okay. Ooh. 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 Man, Raby hating this stream. I hate this fucking stream so much. Worst stream I've ever done. Alright, let me get this bitch ass on my stream. I'ma hate this stream even more because Ray Zero's here. Ooh, okay. Ooh, let me calm down. Okay. Oh my god. Ooh, what you want, Ray Zero? Yo, Ray Zero looks more like Kratos. If y'all seen Ray Zero, he looks more like Kratos than Dave Bautista. He got that same egghead shape. Oh god. With the beard and everything. Yo, Ray Zero, they should cast you as Kratos in the TV show.
God damn.
You just gotta get rid of the man titties.
This nigga is snorting though.
You gotta get rid of the boobies. Can you bulk up within a month's time?
God damn.
Not Kratos, the homeless version. The homeless version. The couch surfing version of Kratos.
Someone tell Wish.com Diana Ross to calm the fuck down.
Not Ray Zero is Kratos. Talking Timu versions of people. Who the Timu version of Kratos? Ray Zero. Okay. Whew. I'm done. Go. I'm done.
My nigga, breathe.
Oh,
Fuck.
I don't know why that broke me, but it fucking broke me, bro.
God damn.
Whew.
When was the last time you laughed, nigga? Damn.
I laughed. I laughed last night at some of the parts of Spider-Man Brand today. What's up? You got a bone to pick with me?
Yeah, nigga.
What? Why you end bombing me? Like, who is you?
Like, how the fuck? Nah. Fuck you. Cause like, how the hell, right? You gonna go and you just gonna leave me, Didi, Arrow, and Ryu like that? Like, you ain't say no goodbye. You ain't say no, hey, I'm out. I'm out this like Discord bullshit. You ain't like no letter, no owl, no nothing. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck we do to you that we did that we got that?
What do you mean?
I bet you if like you were in a Discord with Frog Tony and all of them, you would have said, "All right, guys, I'm out. I don't want to do this no more." But because it's me, Didi, and Arrow and Ryu, it was fuck us. We don't get a bye. We have to find out by ourselves that you
Okay,
left
hold on.
Discord.
Pause. Listen, see how he want to come on here and bring up some personal shit. You see what I deal with, guys. So here's the thing, right? Didi been knowing this. Didi been in the chat. She ain't say shit. Didi ain't say shit. Cause like
That's right,
Didi,
Didi. I have been holding this in.
cause hold on. Oh, he been holding it for a hot minute. Good. I'm glad. Hold it more, like a fucking fart. Hold that shit in. Clench your cheeks and let it turtle. Listen.
Not to clench your cheeks. That's
Listen,
wild.
yeah, clench the cheeks. Listen, Didi, no, y'all figure this out, right? Didi been coming to chat. Didi don't say nothing. You know why I didn't say nothing? Because like I have contact with all y'all. Y'all know
Try
where to reach
contact
me.
me.
Y'all know where to reach me. Didi can
You
DM me anytime. You can DM me anytime.
You
Arrow
don't
can DM
call,
me
you don't
anytime.
text, you
Ryusuke can
don't
DM me
like send
anytime.
an owl, no pigeon, no
No
nothing.
owl, no pigeon, bro. I just deleted the Discord and I was like, I'll see it when I see him. Like they can hit me up anytime.
I see him when I see him. Wow. So we just some random motherfuckers on the block that
That's
you
not
know
true.
what?
Listen, I'm glad you're here because listen, word
No,
on the
you're not.
street.
You're
Yes, I
not
am.
glad.
No. I'm glad. Word on the street is you did a real friend ass thing recently. You did a
I do
real
not.
friend ass thing recently, and I appreciate you for that. And that's real love. That's real love right there. When you ain't around, and your people still got your back. When you ain't around, they don't talk behind your back. They talk for your back. They got your back. So like I
Oh,
appreciate
that shit
that.
towards Umber.
I'm just saying that shit I appreciate.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's like
We
I
ain't gotta dive. I'm not. We ain't diving into it because
no
I'm
no
not trying to
no.
give
I'm not
nobody
even
no
gonna say
pussy
it
out
about that.
here.
I'm not even gonna say it about that. I'm just saying I gotta keep it. You gotta keep it a buck. It's like if your people's not there to say something, you should say something. Like what's the point of being friends if you're not gonna speak on their behalf when they're not around? Like
Nah, that's real. That's real talk.
it's all about listen. It's all about you can let people talk shit about me all you fucking want. It's what you say back to them.
I mean, right. I mean, sometimes like I prefer sometimes people say nothing because then it adds more problems, and now you're involved in some shit that had nothing to do with you. But I appreciate that because little birdie, little birdie in my ear, chirp chirp, was like, "Hey, did you see?" And like everybody always sends me shit, and I'm like, "Bro, I don't care. I got shit going on. I'm chilling. I got a big move coming up. I don't got time to be really invested in all the drama shit no more. Like I'm talking about Spider-Man because it's something I'm excited about. I'm not trying to be in that drama shit right now until I get settled and not have to stream on my damn phone where people keep calling me and muting my shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Hold on. I'm gonna just drop this. That shit was January. We in fucking August. Just saying. Like goddamn.
like bro, people moved on.
Like okay, as of Spider Man, if you don't you want to talk about Spider Man still because I do have opinions on Spider Man.
No, go for it. This is a Spider-Man stream.
All right, so Pete. So first of all, I know exactly what Spider Man was feeling that moment when he was talking to MJ because I won't
Which
even
moment?
cap. Where he was letting her know like yo, I still fucking love you but you don't know like what's going on.
Yeah,
That moment, I won't lie. And when I saw that, I almost called her. I pulled up, I dialed her number and everything, and I was like, nah, can't do it, can't do it.
right. Yeah, nah, like yeah, that whole thing with MJ was hard. It was hard because like whether you like Zendaya or not, like that version of MJ, like again, I said this earlier, like I'm not the biggest fan of this version of MJ, but like still, Zendaya and Tom had chemistry before they got married, and you feel that even more now knowing they are married, and that shit really
Nah,
hit
Didi,
different.
listen, I almost called that girl real quick. I was be like, what's going on, baby girl? But then I remember that's not my baby girl no more. So I, I deleted.
Damn, bruh, that's crazy. Punkish Rogue said, "Man, I left a certain person's channel because they got sound clips and still try and clown on Ray. Won't say the name, but damn lame ass shit. I don't fuck with. I like that. It's better here. Well, I appreciate that, Rogue, but like if that's what how you left, why you left. I mean, don't leave a place. Don't leave a channel because of me. If you
Nah,
like us, like I
facts.
said, if you like the content and you're there for the content, stay there for the content. Like I don't got bad. Like I'll say this, and I'll say this publicly, and they can clip it and talk about it. I don't care. I don't have hate for certain YouTuber, right? I don't have hate. I've talked to that person. I still watch like the videos and stuff. If there's interesting things, I'm still gonna watch the video. Like I think that it was best how things went down because for me, I was too invested in shit. you know, I was too invested in shit, and that was a wake up call. So it is what it is. Like I'm still salty about certain shit that has went down in other communities with people, like
Nah,
obviously,
facts,
but
facts.
I moved on because like there's no point. I'm not gonna hold on to it because the one truest thing that a certain YouTuber has said, right? And I'll say the name. The best thing that Henry Resilient said and all of that, right,
Anthony, you okay, bro?
is like the best thing Henry Resilient said in all of that drama shit is like, yeah, like focus on you. If you spending all your energy and effort into shitting on someone all the time over some dumb shit, like you just a clown. Like there's no point. You deserve to get laughed at. And I want to grow. I want to be better. So like, why do that? And I'm not holding on to the anger and hate. I think I'm probably one of the only people from that community that has been outed in the community. Like I'm out of that community that's not doing back to back live streams, or I'm not doing live streams and bringing it up all the time. Like I'm probably the only one that hasn't done that. I mean, I want Henry to succeed, and I like that Henry's still going into the Power Ranger drama. I think he should. I even told him so. I was like, keep your keep your knee on them necks. Like keep going. I will always support that. And so like with the videos, like Bat in the Sun videos, I've been watching those primarily. And that's basically what it comes down to. I'm not gonna sit here and hold the grudge because like what the fuck for? It does nothing for anybody when people do that. And I say that for everybody. If y'all still holding on to that grudges, have fun. That's on you. But I don't think you should. I think there's a point where we can just move the fuck on and be better and focus on ourselves, our own channels, our own content, and not even worry about what somebody else is doing.
It's like I said, January, we in
Right.
August.
Right. We
All
doing
right.
our own thing.
Anyways,
Like,
anyways.
stay in our lanes. There's no reason to be crossing over. There's no point. Like what was done, what was said. We keep it moving. And I know and I hope, and actually I won't say I hope. I know Henry's doing good. I'm glad he's doing good. I didn't wish, I don't wish him to fail, you know?
All right. So anyway, so um, the one scene at the apartment where the girl's like, "Oh my gosh, we live in the same apartment or the same floor." She said the same floor, right?
You watching it in the background. Can you turn that shit down?
I'm
Can you?
not. My TV's off.
We all hear it.
My TV is off.
Okay, but we hear the double in the background.
You want me to show you? You want me to show you?
No,
How
I
you turn it?
believe you. No, I believe you. I'm just saying. We can hear the double audio in the background.
I don't know what it is then because my TV off. Anyway, um, everyone, including me, thinks that's Gwen Stacy, and I'm really hoping that it is.
I don't.
I wanted to be Gwen Stacy. Now that MJ don't love him no more or whatever the fuck, let's get Gwen Stacy. We've waited long enough.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good with Gwen Stacy. Miles can
And
have her. Miles can have her.
oh, nah, nah. We need Spider Gwen, but for Peter.
No, we don't need Spider Gwen for Peter.
And
I think here's the thing. I never liked Gwen Stacy with Peter. I always liked MJ with Peter. Um, Spider Gwen's cool and all, but like I never cared for Gwen Stacy. I never cared for Gwen Stacy before she became Spider Gwen. She was more of a relevant character as Spider Gwen than she was as Peter Parker's love interest.
I listen. What from
Right? We
all
need
of
some Felicia Hardy for real. Like, let's get some Black
you know
Cat up
what
in this
you
bitch,
know
bro.
what as someone who wants Spider Gwen and wants the Gwen Stacy. You know what, Felicia Hardy? Yeah, let's get some Felicia Hardy out here.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
fuck Gwen
Look,
Stacy.
look, 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 look,
Listen,
look,
we got the Miles Morales first, bro. Fuck Gwen Stacy. We need
look,
some
look,
Felicia
look, look, look.
Hardy.
Casting Felicia Hardy though, if you're gonna cast Felicia Hardy, it's got to be the same way and just as hard to cast Felicia Hardy that it is to cast Dick Grayson. Felicia Hardy has to be the baddest female on the planet because that's like her whole thing with the Black Cat. The same way that Nightwing has to be the most sexiest motherfucker on the planet is the same thing with Felicia Hardy.
Right.
So there don't get me wrong, there's a list of like absolutely gorgeous women out there that could probably pull it off, but there's a difference between pulling it off and actually being the person. Like I can maybe Dove Cameron, maybe.
I mean, listen. I don't care who they cast as long as it's you know, as long as the actress is good. But you know, people are gonna be mad if they don't have somebody absolutely fucking smoking hot.
You know what? You know what? You know what's gonna happen? And I hate to be that guy, so I apologize. You can attack me later, you personally, or you guys can attack me in the chat. Don't give a fuck. You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna make Felicia Hardy black.
No, they better not because it's Black Cat. That'd be so racist.
They will make Felicia Hardy black, 100%.
You know what we
And
need? No. You know what we really need? We need some thick thighs Emma Frost.
mm,
We need thick Emma Frost. Like I'll say this:
I eat her ass.
Marvel Rivals. We need some thick thigh Emma Frost,
Facts. Nah, facts.
played by
I
Kiki Palmer.
hope
Get out of here, Mr. Level. Cut that
not
out.
the Kiki Palmer. That's wild.
Nah. Nah, we need some thick thighs, Emma Frost. That's what we need. I'm liking the thick version of Emma Frost. Like everyone was a little weirded out at first. Like, why is she thick? I'm like, because bitch is a tank. I laughed at that too. I'm like, not them making Emma Frost thicker because she's a tank playing character. Like that shit had me rolling when I saw the
Yeah.
design for Emma Frost. I'm
So
like, yo, they made her thick because she's a tank.
I was chilling with this one dude at the job, and he like that. Oh, I can't play Marvel Rivals because XYZ. And like some other girl popped up, she was like, "Yeah, I can't play them because how they portray the women in there." It's like if you don't get your fucking all women need to look like this head ass somewhere else, like the fuck.
Bro,
God
Crazy Cat,
damn.
have you not played Marvel Rivals, my dude? Like Crazy Cat, have you not played Marvel Rivals?
I played
Like
that shit
you
like the
talking
first
about?
like 2 months when it dropped, and
Have you not
I played
seen
Star
Emma
Lord.
Frost in Marvel Rivals? They gave her thick thighs. They made her thick. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about her being skinny in the books. We're talking about how she looks in the game. She got thick thighs, and she looking hella good with them thick thighs. Like you want to get crushed by them bad boys. Like yeah.
Ain't no
Oh yeah,
reason for ain't
she
no
a thick
reason for a
girl.
video. There is no reason for a video game character to look like that. I would eat your ass and call it a day.
Pause.
Ain't,
Anyways,
ain't no pause.
listen.
Press play.
Crazy Cat. Just Google Emma Frost and Marvel Rivals. You'll see exactly what we're talking about. She thick. She looking kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. I like the meat on her bones. I'm not gonna lie. The skinny Emma Frost. I'm not with it no more. Oh no, I'm telling you, like, so here's the reason. But like I said, Crazy Cat, the reason why they designed her like that is because in Marvel Rivals, she's a tank character, right? So you have your tanks, you have your DPS characters, and you have your support characters. So Emma Frost is a tank played character. She's meant to play as a tank. So they made her a little thicker in the side department because to like emphasize that she's a tanky character. Because like she's up there next to Hulk, who got big muscles, Thor, who got big muscles, Venom, who got big muscles, and then you got Emma Frost. They couldn't have Emma Frost be this tiny little fragile looking thing being a tank character, so they beefed her up a little bit. And let me tell you, she looking good like that though. She
What about
definitely
Luna
looks good.
Snow?
She's not
What?
fat though. Her thighs are thick. She's still got like the tiny-ish waist. She's thick.
Why not give us Luna Snow? If we don't get Felicia Hardy or Gwen Stacy, let's get Luna Snow.
Nah.
Why not?
So here's the thing: Marvel Rivals is introducing a lot of like literally low like characters that no one knew fucking existed, like Luna Snow, like there's a lot of characters that I've never heard of until Marvel
Brenda
Rivals.
Song, Dee. Brenda Song. We'll get her to do it.
But yeah,
Anyway.
Luna Snow is a character that I don't think a lot of people knew was a mutant in X-Men. You got that dinosaur and that little girl. We all know about, the Mecha Spider-Man from the Spider-Verse stuff, so we do that. But they're introducing a lot of characters that like a
You know
lot of
what?
people didn't know.
No. Erase everything I said. Erase everything I said from the beginning, okay? It's gonna be Yelena. It's gonna be Yelena. Spider-Man and Yelena.
Oh my god.
That's who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Peter and Yelena, power couple right there.
Yo, that's a crazy comment right here. I'll look that
What?
version up. I'll look that version of Frost up and let you know if I can successfully fap to her.
Oh, you will be able. You'll be able to, crazy.
Oh
Don't
my
worry.
god, Crazy Cat. No, you can't say. Listen, you let the intrusive thoughts win, Crazy Cat. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't
he
let the
can,
intrusive thoughts
Dee.
win.
Yeah, he can. Peter can handle all that.
Bro, Peter could barely handle Yelena in that one scene where he met her in person, and then she was in a freaking hot tub, basically. Like,
Listen,
you
all
gotta switch
right,
those off.
just give him a minute. Let him like take the date out right quick. Next thing you know, boy gonna be pile
All
driving
right,
her.
this is gonna be a hot take. This is gonna be a hot take. Okay,
How hot we talking?
I think Yelena is hotter than Scarlett Johansson.
That's not crazy to say. That's not
Okay,
crazy to say. Like you I agree. You know where I fell in love with Yelena because everyone else is like, oh no, it was this movie for me. For me, it was the TV show for Hawkeye. And it
bro.
was this.
Yo,
Hold on. It was the scene. It was the scene between her and Haley where she breaks into the house.
no, the scene for me is when they were in the building and they were fighting each other, like kind of, and they got in the elevator, bro. That whole
Stop
thing,
making me
Yelena
like
in
you.
that was the best part. Yelena's that actress is really good. I like the character, and I personally think that she's a great addition to the MCU. I know a
Oh,
lot of people
100%.
miss Scarlett. I know a lot of people miss Scarlett Johansson as a Black Widow. I was a little put off by them referring to Yelena as Black Widow. I was a little put off because I understand that Black Widow is like what they're called, all of them, but it's still a little weird and getting
Because we
used
grew
to.
up
But
with that. That's what it is.
right,
We
right.
grew up with her being Black Widow like our whole lives. So it's like looking at somebody with that name now. It's like what?
Yeah,
Mind
you
you,
just
there is a White Widow who is technically Yelena. So I don't know why they don't use that, but you know what? I don't care as long as they keep using
wait.
the actress.
Hold on. Crazy Cat. That's your only issue? Are you
My
sure
only
about
issue
that? That's your
with
only issue?
ScarJo is in Ghost.
Ghost in the
Bruh.
Shell. Oh my god, stop reading because we know you can't read well. My
No,
only
I can't see
hold
because
on.
I'm fucking using my phone.
See, here's the thing, right? You know how he just came on here, guys, earlier? He came on here to give me shit about not writing him a goodbye letter when I deactivated my Discord. Well, this motherfucker can't read too good, so it wouldn't really matter if I
Bitch,
wrote a
I
letter.
was
He
reading
couldn't
my
see
shit
it.
off my phone.
Whatever. My only issue, here's the thing. I'm reading this not only off on my phone, I'm also reading it without my fucking glasses. So you have no excuse. My only issue with ScarJo and Ghost in the Shell is that Scarlet is too short and squat for that role. Need a tall, leggy, statuesque woman for the character. Look, no glasses and on my phone. You have no excuse.
Oh, he probably wanted like Angelina Jolie type shit.
No, see, the funny thing is I bring that up because if you're talking about Scarlett Johansson, Ghost in the Shell, that was not the issue people had. People it had issues because she wasn't Japanese or like she wasn't Asian at all. It like the character's last name is Motoko. It's a Japanese character, and they
Which is a
casted
fair
Scarlett
debate.
right, and then they casted Scarlett Johansson, and then they like made it to make sense of why she's not Japanese. It was fucking weird. It was weird. It was a very weird movie.
Yeah, the same way that they casted a white guy to play a Japanese character in Power Rangers, but we won't get to that one.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But okay, so yeah, I think I agree with you on the Yelena. That I love Scarlet, I do, but it was that scene where like they're talking and she's made the macaroni and cheese
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah. Yeah.
that scene I'm like, okay, I love you.
So the thing that I will say about my another prediction I have for Doomsday, which I forgot to mention, is like not only are they gonna wrap up all these Sony versions of these characters that we've known, like Patrick Stewart's universe basically and stuff. They're gonna erase that more than likely. But also I feel like we're gonna get some reunions. So I think that we are gonna see Scarlett Johansson return as Black Widow in some way, shape, or form. I do feel like we're going to get a reunion with an older T'Challa and Shuri. I do think there's gonna be some characters that are gonna come back, some actors that are come back. I don't care what anyone fucking says. I am so
Why are you
adamant
cussing?
because it makes me angry that people get mad at me when I say this. Tony Stark is gonna come back. I'm sorry, he's gonna come back. He has to. He has to. He has to. Like if fucking we can
Oh,
revive
you one of
Chris
them.
Evans, bro. We're getting Chris Evans back. What do you mean I'm one of those?
Listen, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm on that side of the fence. I don't like it. You're pretty much saying, okay, these two characters had an amazing sacrifice. They had a great, well, not great for Tony, but they had a great ending to their characters.
Oh my god! Here's the thing that makes me
Let's bring
mad.
them back.
No,
Let's
no, no,
bring them
no, no,
back.
no, no.
Let's
This is
say
what makes
fuck
me
their
this.
sacrifice
This
and
is
bring
what
them
makes me
back.
mad. No, this is what sets me off about you people making this fucking argument.
You people,
The multiverse. The
that was
multiverse. I'm gonna
racist.
say it to you. I'm gonna sound it to you so you guys can understand. I'm gonna talk to y'all like you're stupid. The multiverse exists. So
I know.
anybody can come back. So everybody's sacrifice means nothing because you can just replace it with another variant version of
Nah,
themselves.
facts crazy. Facts crazy. All Ray wants to see is RDJ. That's all it is. That's a fact. She
Bro,
just want her some
bro,
Tony Stark.
bro. Here's my thing though. The multiverse exists. Every sacrifice really doesn't mean shit other than that version of the character is gone. There's other versions that exist. That's why the multiverse even exists in the first place. Yes, you people, Crazy Cat, you and Ray Zero, and everybody who thinks like you forget the multiverse has been created to keep these characters always coming back in some way, shape, or form. So yes, our Tony Stark is dead.
Thank
He
you,
is
Anthony.
gone.
Thank you.
Our
Thank
Tony
you.
Stark, our Robert Downey Jr., he is fucking dead. He's gone, sacrificed. But there's another version of Tony Stark that exists in the multiverse, and we're gonna probably see him come back, and it's gonna be fucking weird for everybody to fucking see this version of Tony Stark who has probably no recollection of this specific people. Like, for all we know, this Tony Stark might have lost all of his friends in the Avengers, and this is a Tony Stark who lost his fucking Avengers, and now he has these Avengers who lost their fucking Tony Stark. We don't know, but I know he's gonna come back in some way, shape, or form. He's going to. And it's going to be even more
Thank
weird
you.
because
Thank
Robert
you,
Downey Jr.
Rogue.
plays fucking
Thank
Doctor
you. Nah,
Doom.
go read. Listen, no. Rogue made the point that everyone is trying to make towards you.
What?
Go.
What?
Go.
Okay. I love all that. I just think Robert Downey Jr. being Doom after that makes the amazing sacrifice kind of tarnish the sacrifice for me. Making him come
Exactly.
back in some ways, tiny, even for a moment, would be cool. I'm just saying. I'm not
A
saying he's gonna.
tiny moment.
Okay.
A
No, no, no,
tiny
no, no.
moment,
This is
not the
what. Hold
entire
on.
fucking
Pause.
franchise
Pause.
again.
pause. I'm not saying that these people are coming back long term. They can't. They're rebooting it at some point. They can't come back for the long term. But I'm saying that we're going to get some reunions, right? We're going to get a variant of Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. And that's going to be a big thing for Yelena and her father, who's in the Thunderbolts and the now fucking new Avengers, right? So we're going to get that. We're going to get a variant of Tony Stark coming back, which is going to, like I said, be very confusing for everybody, but it might be, like I said, it's a reunion. It's these people being like, damn, our Tony Stark is dead, and now we have this Tony Stark, and it's going to be, especially for fucking Spider-Man, who, by the way, you want to talk about sacrifice? Not only, I said this earlier, not only did Tony Stark watch Spider-Man evaporate, and he lost Spider-Man for a grip, right? But when Spider-Man comes fucking back, right? Because Tony sacrificed himself. The moment that Spider-Man comes back in existence, what happens? He watches Tony Stark die. Do you understand how big of a fucking thing that's going to be for Spider-Man Peter Parker to see Tony Stark back, whether it's his
But
version
Peter
or
didn't
not?
sacrifice himself.
What you mean? Bro,
Peter did not
bro,
sacrifice
I
himself.
can't with you.
Peter
I
was
can't
snapped
with
out of
you.
existence
I
due to
can't
the
with
fact
you.
of someone
No,
else.
so hold on. Here's the thing, motherfuckers. Nah, listen. Here's the thing, motherfuckers.
Hold on.
Listen to
Crazy
this.
Cat.
No. Let me
Crazy
cook.
Cat says
Let me cook.
that
Let me
we're
cook.
gonna get the
Nope, let me cook.
RDJ of
Let me
Sherlock
cook,
Holmes.
motherfucker. Let me cook. Spider-Man No Way Home, right? We got Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. We got Andrew Garfield
He
Spider-Man,
wants to
right?
see
And
Pepper
hold
Spot.
on. Shut your fucking mouth.
Oh,
Shut
nigga.
up, or I'm gonna mute your ass. Shut up. Okay? We got Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. We got Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, right? Okay. What happened to Andrew Garfield's girl, Gwen Stacy, right? He accidentally kind of killed her. Let's be real. He accidentally kind of killed her trying to save her, which, by the way, fucking spoiler alert again for Brand New Day. There is a scene that kind of is similar to that. My heart sunk in my chest thinking that fucking Tom Holland Spider-Man was going to pull a Gwen Stacy on MJ, and that shit
I
fucking
won't lie.
scared
I
me.
was hoping it would happen.
That shit scared me, and it didn't happen. Spoiler alert again. But anyways,
I was kind of hoping that it would happen. I won't even lie to you.
So hold on. Here we go, right? So, in No Way Home, we have two variants, two different multiverse versions of Spider-Man, right? And Andrew Garfield's universe, he lost the love of his life, right? So him being there, seeing MJ, which to him is like his Gwen Stacy, right? And that iconic fucking scene where he goes to save MJ in the same way that Gwen Stacy fucking was fallen, and the fact that he was going to save MJ's life, and he was shooken, like he was shaken after that, to the point that scene shook me to the core, right? I was so shook because when he got down to the ground with MJ, he was like, "Are you okay?" While he's fucking shaking, panicking, like, "Thank God I didn't kill this girl." Right? He's shaken because he remembers that feeling of Gwen Stacy, and then MJ looks at him and she's like, "Are you okay?" You know, like that whole thing is like, yes, like that's there are moments like that happen, but it's like there are moments where variants, they're not there to undo a sacrifice. They're there to have these characters who watch somebody they cared about make a sacrifice, to say what they needed to say. Like, hey, you might not be my Tony Stark, but man, like, let me tell you, you're the closest thing I have to telling Tony how much I appreciated him when he was here, because I didn't get that chance, because when I came back from the fucking snap, the motherfucker was already dying. I'm just saying. It doesn't necessarily undo the sacrifice. Everyone always thinks that. I'm like, it only undoes the sacrifice if that character is there to stay. I'm not saying these characters are coming back to stay. I'm saying they're going to come back and reunite with these other characters from different versions, and it's going to be heartwarming, and it's actually going to be a really cool thing to see how these characters from our universe are going to react when they see other variants of people they've lost. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Why does everyone think that you're
why
thirsting
would
over
y'all do
Robert Downey
that?
Jr.?
Y'all don't want to see fucking Peter Parker's reaction seeing freaking Tony Stark?
No, I don't.
Y'all are corny. Y'all don't know good cinema.
No, I don't, because he had his character development already with Tony. That's it. All right. It's time for him to grow up and have new. I let you talk.
No, because I hate you right now. Because you trying to like take away Robert Downey Jr. coming back.
Well, you know what? If it makes you feel better, I hate myself already. So, anyways, like I was saying,
Pop off, King. Pop off, King.
So, anyways, like I was saying in the beginning, we should not be having this. Okay, him coming back as Doom. That he is there to stay. So there goes what you just said on that one, because he is the main villain. He is there to stay.
We don't
I don't
know.
know how
We
I
don't
am talking.
know.
I am talking. Anyway, I don't know about Chris Evans' character because the fucking internet was the last yesterday was the first time I heard that he was coming back. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But knowing that Robert is coming back to play Tony, but as Doom, I don't like. I just don't like all these different Dooms that you could have gone with from different worlds and all this other shit. And y'all were like, "Yo, let's bring back Tony Stark as the Doom. Let's bring that
What?
variant
You know
just
what?
to put people in their feelings."
You know what though? I hope this is the biggest fuck you to the fans that this Doctor Doom is a Doctor Doom who took fucking Tony Stark's fucking body and soul and just is like, I'm rocking with it.
Now that's different. I wouldn't. You know what? No, that's different. I wouldn't mind that. But him actually being Tony, he is Tony himself. Okay, no body takeover, no nothing. I I don't like it.
Right?
Now,
But
if it's
thank
what,
you. That's
hold
the
on.
levels.
If
Thank
it's
you.
what you said, if it's what you said, and it's a body takeover, like okay, he was dying,
You're
so
good,
this is
crazy
the
cat.
this is the perfect host for me to live in, whoever it truly is, fine. But it's Tony. There's
Listen,
no doubt
listen,
about it. It
listen, listen.
is
Okay,
Tony.
okay.
However,
Listen,
the
Linda,
suit
Linda,
from what I
listen.
hold on, the suit from what I hear is an actual is well not an actual Iron Man suit, but is going to be in a variant of an Iron Man suit, and I'm actually kind of hyped to see what that would look
So
like.
if that's the
And
case, hold on. But if
I
that's
want
the
to see
case,
like that green energy
but but
flow through it.
but if that's the case, doesn't that more further proof that there's a connection to Tony Stark and Doctor Doom, and that's why he looks like Tony Stark?
I don't know.
So my thing is, right, and this is the thing that people keep ignoring when the announcement of Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom came out. People forgot that in the comics it had happened. And for those of you who don't know that comic book, it was, I believe, it was a What If comic, but the version of it was
Yeah,
that
from like the '90s, right, or
wait,
like the
right,
'80s.
right. So the version of this story is that Tony Stark and Doctor Doom switched their minds. So Doctor Doom basically was Tony Stark and living as he was Tony Stark, and Tony Stark was trapped in Victor Von Doom's body, right? And so the way it ends is Tony Stark defeats Victor Von Doom in his body, but decides to stay in Victor Von Doom's body and saying, "Well, fuck you, motherfucker! You already ruined my reputation as Tony Stark, so I guess I'm gonna live my life as Victor Von Doom from now on." That's kind of how it ended with that story. But yes, it has happened in the books where Victor and Tony did swap personas. And I mean, if that, and they keep saying that this is not a variant, this is not what's going on, but they have said a lot of things in the past to keep the very big bomb, the very big secret of the story, the whole M. Night Shyamalan twist. They've always kept that shit close quarters, and they would lie about shit just like they did with No Way Home, where Andrew Garfield literally said, "Yeah, no, I didn't get invited to be in this movie. No, I didn't get a call." Like they literally lied about that just to keep the secret. Which again, anyone who really thought that they weren't going to be in it just because they said so was goofy. I'm sorry, y'all were goofy for that.
Honestly, if the dude didn't decide to fucking die, I would have casted the Doctor Doom from the first Fantastic Four movie.
Listen, I'm glad to see Robert Downey Jr. is still working. I'm glad to see that he's in this, whether we like it or not. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with Doctor Doom because it was a little bit of a shock. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little weird, sure, but I do feel like there's more to this story, and because this is a really big project for them, I do think that thing like I'm looking at these trailers stuff like there is way more to these upcoming movies than meets the eye. You know, they're really going really deep into the writing with all this. So what they're showing us now, like people were bitching about the first trailer. Well, the first trailer didn't make me excited for Doomsday. It's the first fucking trailer. It wasn't even a fucking trailer in my opinion. It was a teaser. And they didn't even show probably the majority of the shit. Like they're saving all the best stuff for when it gets either closer to the day of release or they're just gonna save it for the movie. I really feel like with all this shit that they're gonna be doing with these two next movies, they're not going to show us as much as we're gonna see, and I think that's probably the best thing to do. Because I'm not gonna
Because
lie, I
they
don't know
learned their
about you,
lessons from the last
bro.
phase.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting really tired of them basically spoiling so much shit in the fucking trailers. I'm so exhausted from it. Like, I don't. Why would I go see the movie if you're already spoiling shit? That's like with fucking Black Adam saying, "Oh, hey guys, even
Don't get me
though."
started on that movie.
Oh, bro, the fact that they literally spoiled the post-credit scene was insane to me. Hey guys,
You
not we just really want you to come see the movie, so we're gonna bring back Henry Cavill as Superman and do nothing with him moving forward.
the statement that makes me mad about that movie is like, bro really said, I just want to play Black Adam. I don't want to be part of the DCU. Like, my nigga, you are playing a very like important character that to the hero that you are playing the villain of. Okay? Like, the
But
hell, I just want to play him. Like, the
right.
hell?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting so tired of the trailers showing too much. Like, you can show us, like, if you really don't have faith, this is how I feel, right? And this is my personal opinion. And guys, anytime you see a trailer where they show too much, right? They don't have faith in this movie. They need
At
to
all.
show you more. I'm telling you, they don't have faith that this movie is enough for you to go see it. They need to show you more to get you guys excited to go see the movie, which sometimes includes spoiling the movie for you just so you can come and see it. Because I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many times I've seen trailers where they show a lot of shit. You go to the theater expecting there to be more. It's like, oh, I remember that scene from the trailer. Oh, that's it. There's nothing else exciting in here. Oh, that was it. That was the big reveal. Oh, I saw it in the trailer. Like, when you see trailers like that, that's telling you they have no faith that this movie is gonna get y'all's butts in them seats. That they do not expect the box office opening weekend to do good without the trailer getting you hyped enough to go see it. So I
Mind you,
feel like,
sometimes they'll show you stuff that aren't even in the movie,
right,
in the trailer
bro,
to come in.
bro, that is my biggest pet peeve. Please don't show us shit that's in the trailer that's not in the movie that y'all just took out.
Y'all gotta go buy the DVD to watch
Well,
and delete the scenes.
here's the thing, Ray Zero. Like, in production, we were gonna add that scene in the movie, but we decided last minute to take it out after the trailer was released. Like,
It didn't add because it didn't add to the story. So
it
why the
didn't add
fuck
to
did you
the
film it in the
story.
first place?
We just left it in the trailer because we already edited and made the trailer and we already put it out. But afterwards, they told us we're not going to keep this scene in there. So that's our bullshit excuse to why we showed something that wasn't in the movie anymore. I'm telling
Mind
you,
you, it's always a crucial part.
they have no faith in a movie if they're showing you too much. I promise you that.
It is always a fucking like important scene that should have stayed in the movie
Right,
that they took
right, bro.
out.
Like, every time, and I'm just sitting here like, just don't show us anything. Like, wait till the movie comes out if you're gonna do that. But that's just what they do. Yeah, they will keep doing it, and it's annoying. It's like, bro. But I'm telling you, I don't feel like Marvel's doing it this time. I know people said that there's been leaks of the story, and people are always saying, well, if that's true, I'm not gonna see it. Sounds stupid. I'm not seeing the leaks. Please don't spoil anything for me. I don't want to. I'm my days of scoopers and following them and getting that tea. Like, right now, it's over. Once I get settled in the new place and I get my new setup and everything going, I did a poll and stuff. Well, not poll, but I asked people. I'm like, actually, I think I did do a poll. I asked people, like, should I go back to movie talk and do drama? And everyone's like, yeah, do both. So, like, I do want to kind of get back into the movie talk because, I mean,
You can
at
do
this
movie
point,
drama.
I mean, movie drama too, sure. But my thing is, like, I really want to get back to the movie talks. I clearly have a passion for it, and that's where I started. I want to go back to my roots on this channel. And I want to go back to being somebody who talks about movies that I do like, and I want to give fair criticism because I think that's what's really lacking in the movie talk fucking sphere on this platform. Is it's a lot of people very negative because the negativity is very profitable, and I just don't want to do that. I want to be positive about things. I want to go into these movies wanting to like them, and if I don't like it, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be like, yeah, I like this part about it. I didn't like this part about it, but I'm not going to be like all these people. It's shit. Oh my god, the trailer was blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't want to do
I won't
that.
lie, yeah, a lot of, especially on like the ones on the TikTok, they be like that because it's like, bro, you have this amount of time to be like giving your review, and all you're saying is this movie fucking sucks. It sucks. Okay, why does it suck? You want to give a reason, or you just gonna keep
Right.
saying it sucks?
Right. And
Like the fuck.
I also want to push back on the negative criticism that really doesn't have enough weight, in my opinion, to really be fair. Because, like I said, there's a lot of people who are giving Doomsday, they're writing it off already just based on the first trailer. And then the second trailer at San Diego Comic Con came out, and it was a lot better. And I'm just like, well, no shit. Like, look at the timing. The fucking first trailer came out a week before San Diego Comic Con. Of course, they were going to save a better trailer for the fucking Comic Con. Like, that was the big driving point. And then they were going to talk about the movie more, and they were going to make announcements. Like, why would they give us a first trailer publicly for everyone to see and not save the better ones and more explanations for San Diego Comic Con? Like, that just doesn't make sense. So, I mean, people just jumping on these first trailers like this is the end all be all. This is the final thing. This is the whole movie. It's like insane to me. Because, like, the first trailer didn't wow you. I'm sorry to break it to you. It wasn't supposed to really wow you that much. Because San
Supposed to
Diego
make you
Comic Con
talk
was
about
around the
it.
corner. Yeah, literally. It was mainly exactly what Ray Zero said. The purpose of the first trailer was to get people talking about it, and it did exactly that. But then people were saying, well, I'm not hyped for it. I'm like, okay, well, wait for the second trailer. Or wait for San Diego Comic-Con. Wait for all the announcements. There was a ton of announcements dropped at San Diego Comic-Con. We got Ryan Gosling playing Ghost Rider moving
Yeah,
forward.
I'm not happy about that.
I'm happy. I like Ryan Gosling. I think he'll do a good job. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he might do a better job than Nicolas Cage.
The Note Writer. That's what we're gonna call it.
The Note Writer. He's come a long way since that. But anyways, so we got Ryan Gosling playing the Ghost Rider. We have the announcement of we didn't even talk about that. So there's a lot of people who are very indifferent about T'Challa. Okay.
Oh,
Now,
okay. Yeah, go ahead. I'll tell you what I think in a minute.
Right.
Go ahead.
So I was very vocal about this during Wakanda Forever. I was in the camp of understanding they wanted to pay homage to Chadwick Boseman, and I know a lot of people disagreed with that. And they're like, well, Chadwick would have wanted to be casted. I was like, yes, and it will be casted, but they also not wanted to wrap up Chadwick's version. And I know to them, they're like, well, they made Shuri the thing, but I'm like, but it was also kind of like a little bit of memorial, and everyone was mad about it, whatever. But the whole thing with T'Challa's son being the new T'Challa, like, yes, I understand people's frustrations to a degree, but it's like we don't know how long this is going to be the case. We don't know if this T'Challa's Jr. is going to be a long-lasting Black Panther. We know that he's getting a third, Black Panther 3. There's going to be a movie. We know that that's coming, and like it is possible that this version will be the new Black Panther moving forward. I'm not too mad at it because, like, I get it. It's not like our original T'Challa, but like our original T'Challa is dead. They killed it all. They killed him off. But that doesn't mean like the next T'Challa. Like, I kind of did like how they did it. I thought it was really cute. But like they'd have to reboot everything. Like they had like recasting T'Challa just would seem because they have never recasted anyone. If you guys notice, they haven't really recasted anyone in the MCU. They just replaced with another character, right? Like we lost Captain America. Captain America unfortunately went to Falcon. I'm sorry, like I ain't gonna dissect that now, but like, instead of
Even though you want to.
Right, I don't really want to dissect the Falcon, Captain Falcon, whatever. Okay, I'm just saying, like,
Captain
instead
Falcon?
instead of recasting Chris Evans, they just gave it to Falcon. Instead of Iron Man, we for some fucking reason got Ironheart. Again, I don't want to
get me started on that.
I don't want to dive into that, but so it makes sense with Marvel's record. Instead of recasting, they just replace. And we don't know, because the movies haven't come out, who is canon, who they're keeping moving forward, and who they're replacing. Considering the age of, looking at Chris Evans in that trailer, I don't think he's coming back as Captain America. Y'all, I'm sorry. I don't think he's coming back as Captain America. He's looking kind of dated, in my opinion.
So my thing with the whole like Black Panther thing, okay, and you're gonna be like, well, what the fuck, right? You just said this about this. It's the time travel. I think that's what it is. That's the only thing that makes sense about the age, because everyone's like, well, Shuri is this age, and it wouldn't make sense for him to be this old. It's like, man, they introduced the time travel like what, during Endgame, after Endgame.
Bro,
So it's
wasn't the time travel was in Loki show?
so it's like we know time travel exists within this universe already. So of course that's the only thing that's gonna make sense is the fact that okay, this T'Challa is from this time, and it's probably gonna be well, this happened, and so I'm here to make sure it doesn't happen. That's what it's gonna be. That's
Yeah, no,
exactly what it's gonna be.
Loki bringing that man in. Loki gonna be like, oh, y'all need another Black Panther? Hold on, let me go forward in time real quick. Hey, little boy, you grown yet? All right, you gonna come back and help us fight Doom. Yeah, no, I mean, I understand people's frustration with the Black Panther casting stuff, but like, I'm kind of just like at the point where I'm like, but we're still getting T'Challa as Black Panther. Is he the same T'Challa that we started with? No.
No.
You know, they found a little loophole because, like I said, Marvel doesn't recast, they replace, and that's been their formula ever since we lost, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. It's been the case when we lost Chris Evans, Captain America. Whether I agree with that thing or not, like personally, I don't. But like, I'm just waiting to see how that ties in. Like, I watched the Captain America movie, the recent one that came out. I did enjoy it. It's still weird that Falcon is Captain America, but like it grew on me a little bit. But it is nice to see Steve Rogers, and like that. I get what everyone is always saying about sacrificing characters coming back, but we don't know. Like, I theorized, somebody had a good theory about Chris Evans coming back as Steve. Somebody pointed out that might actually be Mystique.
Okay, so a lot of folks, I understand the Mystique part because they have been teasing the X-Men a lot, especially in Spider-Man currently. But he does have another persona. I think it's called the Wanderer. So that's why I believe it's actually Steve Rogers.
Yeah, I mean, we won't know until, like, it's fun to speculate, right? But we don't know, and I'm not gonna get too pressed about the things people are speculating because, like, the movie hasn't come out yet. We still have a long way to go before it comes out, so
Right.
we don't know why. We just know that we see these actors returning for roles, and we just don't 100% know why they're back or if they are our versions or another version. We don't know, but speculating's fun because that's the part of movie talk, right? Getting excited, speculating, hoping your theories come
It starts
true.
a conversation.
Right, it does. It starts a conversation and it keeps it fun. And that's what movie talk really should be about, is fun and, fake crash outs. Like, when I say crash outs, like, I crash out, but I'm not serious. Like, I'm not going to be mad that anyone disagrees with me, except Crazy Cat. Crazy Cat pisses me off.
So one thing that I just want to point this out really quick. One thing that a coworker pointed out to me, where I had to, like, I don't want to say I checked them, but it's like it didn't make sense. They're like, well, I'm upset that they made Jean Grey so young because how are they gonna do the Wolverine Jean Grey dynamic? I'm like, bro, they're not going to at all. They're not gonna do the Jean Grey Cyclops Wolverine dynamic because they're gonna introduce Cyclops. That's it.
Right.
This is the start of the X-Men. This isn't gonna
Right, this is the
be
X-Men Origins. This is like
yeah.
X-Men Origins, right? And also, like, people have to remember, like, they can still do that because Wolverine ages very slowly. So
And secondly, I'm pretty sure Hugh Jackman doesn't want to kiss an almost like child.
also Hugh Jackman's not gonna be, by the time they get to that portion, that Hugh Jackman's not gonna be Wolverine. They're not gonna do that. But Crazy Carrier says it's crazy to me they're still using any of the actors from the X-Men films. If any franchise needs a hard reboot, it's X-Men. Well, they're using, like I said, Crazy Cat, they're using them because this is it. Like, I said this last time I talked about Patrick Stewart and Ian they're not.
Why you said his name like that?
Ian.
Patrick Stewart.
Because I'm from Boston and we don't say so Patrick Stewart. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen, they're probably not coming back after this. Like this
At
is probably their
all.
last.
Nope.
Yeah, this is gonna be probably their last movies with these roles. They're too old. They're both like 80. Like I think Patrick Stewart's 86, and the other one's like 87. So like I don't think they're coming back. So they're basically just keep having them in here to kind of close that chapter. And I think it's more like a nostalgia thing. Like
It's for us.
yeah, it's mostly for us, the people who watch those films, but also like I was talking to somebody before I did the stream, and people were saying, well, No Way Home is still better. And I was like, well, why wasn't No Way Home everyone's kind of favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man film, right? Because they had nostalgia. They had
Crazy, don't ever disrespect Marissa Tomei, okay? Ray wishes she could be related to her.
whatever. So No Way Home had the nostalgia factor, the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield coming back. So they had that to get people excited, and that's why people love that movie. And there are some people that say, I loved Brand New Day, but I also love the last one. Yes, because it had nostalgia. And that's what Doomsday and Secret Wars is going to give everybody, is a lot of nostalgia. So having Patrick Stewart and all the other actors, Rebecca Romijn, having these actors come back to reprise their roles so many years later in an official Marvel Where They Belong movie, that alone is why I'm completely happy and okay with them bringing these characters back.
Here's what I think is going to happen because of Brand New Day. Since Jean was the quote unquote villain of the movie, I think this is a nice setup to Phoenix.
I'm so
I think this is a decent setup for Phoenix
I am
because they
so
did Phoenix
over it.
twice and they messed up twice.
No, I thought that this was going to be the Phoenix introduction. I really was going to be mad if it was a Phoenix introduction. I'm not going to lie. Like, that was my theory. I knew that she was Jean Grey. It was fucking obvious. That was not spoiled at all for me because I knew. But
just look at her hair. That's what gave it away
like
for
you
me.
you knew who she was playing when you saw the trailer and saw the fucking power shit. Like she was Jean Grey. But I do not want another fucking Phoenix focused movie. I'm over the Phoenix shit. Like the Phoenix saga was a great saga. I loved it in X-Men, the fucking animated show. I'm happy that it has been referenced. But I'm fucking over her Phoenix shit. I'm so over it. Like, she's had other fucking shit happen to her, which I feel like at this point, I would like to see the other version stories about her struggle with the powers, but I'm so over the Phoenix. I really am.
So what I think is gonna happen is because the first time and the second time around for the Phoenix, she was evil. So what I think is gonna happen is since she was already technically a quote unquote villain for this Spider-Man movie, I don't care what no one says, she was not a fucking villain, but it's the best way to describe her currently. I think this form of Phoenix will just already be a good guy already off rip.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Listen. And on one hand, I understand no, she's not a villain because again, we talked about this in the beginning. She was the big baddie most of the movie, as far as we knew, right? She was a big baddie. She killed people. She killed a man.
It was an accident.
That man is dead. That was not accident. She purposely moved that man in the middle of the street and he got hit by a car, bro. Ain't no way. So listen, she was the big baddie in here. But again, like I said, these types of stories are like the gray area. Like this is a moral part of this villain arc. She was like the like I said, the trolley test, right? She had a reason why she was doing this. Like morally, she had a good reason to do what she was doing in a sense. Like she didn't have to kill people to do it, but like her motivation was like she was looking for her sister. So my whole thing is like the main villain at the core of this was the damage control company, like the damage control organization. They were the actual bad guys in the movie because they created basically Jean Grey to become villainous. So even though at the end of it all, she finally realized what she was doing was wrong and that she was holding on to anger and all this shit, like the way she's feeling. She had that little heart-to-heart with the fucking memory version of Aunt May, which was really sweet, by the way. But she was still technically the villain of the movie. You cannot say she was not the bad guy because she was the main threat in the movie. It was focused on her needing to be stopped before Spider-Man realized, wait a minute, she's only doing this because they took her sister and they lied to me. And that's when you realize that the true villain, the main villain, like she was just a mini boss. That's the crazy part. She was the mini boss. One of the most powerful beings in this universe was a mini boss.
Level that was not Rogue. She was quite ugly, and Rogue is supposed to be the baddest bitch on the planet. So
Yeah, people were saying that was Rogue, and I'm like, probably not, but I feel like it was like an Easter egg, if anything.
because of the hairstyle, that's what it is.
I
That
think it was
that
an Easter egg.
they gave her like a, because you can't obviously see the full fit. All you saw was her shirt and her the torso because she was sitting down. She was technically wearing the shirt that she wore in Evolution and had
Yeah,
like a slight hairstyle
yeah.
from it. That's not Rogue.
I don't think it's Rogue. I think it was just like an Easter egg. I really do. So Dee Dee says she made Bruce revert back to Hulk after he was good for how many years? She also used her powers on all of New York. In fairness, though, Dee Dee, I don't. She didn't. I don't think she intentionally used the powers on all of New York. I think that she her emotions when she realized that V Max meant nothing, which I laughed. I laughed when I realized. I literally like I chuckled. I was like,
All I
bro,
thought about was Pokemon every time I
bro,
heard
I was
VMAX.
cracking up when she finally realized what VMAX meant, but I was kind of just like, oh shit. VMAX didn't mean shit other than this is where her sister died. Like her sister gone, bro. So
That was a nice twist,
basically
though.
right, her emotions caused the whole New York thing. I don't think she actually meant to do that. That's in fairness to her, I don't think that was intentional. Because I don't think she even knew how powerful she was. Because remember, she was limited to like a 33 feet to jump her mind into other people's minds and shit. So the fact that her powers illuminated like that and went that far meant she didn't mean to do that. I don't think she did, but she did mean to fuck with the Hulk and control the Hulk. That was intentional. So yeah,
My
to say that she's not a villain is crazy when she did do a lot of fucked up shit. She did.
my nephew said that he was waiting for the end credit to actually be Professor X approaching Jean,
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that too, but yeah, it didn't happen. But yeah,
but
no,
we
I
ended up
I
getting
agree.
the fucking Spider-Man thing, which honestly, that's either going to be Venom or it's going to be another, or it's going to be a time warp, and
Yeah.
somebody's going to come through the fucking hole.
Listen,
So
another thing too, people tend to forget the Punisher, Deadpool. Like I love Deadpool, don't get me wrong, but they're not heroes. They're
at,
anti-heroes.
at all,
They're anti-heroes.
at
Like,
all.
yo, hold on. My thing is like, I laughed my fucking ass off. I laughed my fucking ass off when the Punisher shot Spider-Man. I was like, bro, out of all the fucking enemies, all the bad guys, Spider-Man
You
has
shoot your best
faced.
friend.
No, not even that. Of all the enemies, Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man specifically, Tom Holland literally fought so many superpowered fucking people. He fucking fought Thanos, and he didn't really win, but either way, he fucking fought, bro. A
And went down
fucking
to a
bullet,
bullet.
a bullet, a bullet in the back took Spider-Man out. Like I laughed so fucking hard when I saw that scene. I was like, ain't no way Spider-Man got done in by Punisher in a bullet, bruh.
Their little like sibling dynamic that they had was great. Very much enjoyed it.
No,
That was
I did
awesome.
too, but like he got taken out with a bullet, bro. Like, let's keep it a buck. They definitely insinuated if Jean Grey didn't
It was a
fucking help
strong
Spider-Man
bullet.
with her, right? If Spider-Man did not, if Jean Grey did not help him with her powers, that motherfucker would have died. I said, ain't no way, the bullet did Spider-Man in. Are you serious? This man fought mad superpowered people. The fucking bullet, bro, by his friend, nonetheless, by the homeboy.
He survived being turned into fucking beach sand.
Right? Like of all the shit that took Spider-Man out, it was a bullet in the back. I could not believe it. I could not laugh hard enough at that reality that's what it was. I'm like, ain't no way, bro. Ain't
I
no
think
way
his
this
Spidey
movie
wasn't.
really told us this man could be easily taken. How many? If people knew that that's the truth, why are we still using superpower? Just use a gun. Just use a gun.
Look, I got a funny Punisher story for you. So you know how we both disagreed that well, not agreed because we both know that Punisher and and Deadpool aren't fucking like heroes or antis, right?
Yeah.
So my my friend's mom let his younger like sibling, I think he's gotta be no older than like I think 5, 6, go watch The Punisher because she's like, oh Marvel, yeah, go ahead. And she came in to to fucking him cussing up a fucking storm. And she's like, no, we're not watching this.
Yeah, bro. Yep. So that's another thing too. Like in this movie, Spider-Man fights the Hulk, right? Right? So Spider-Man fights the Hulk.
He
The Hulk literally did the same shit to Spider-Man that he did to Loki in
that was
Avengers, right?
so fucking
Bro,
funny. I
hold
laughed my
on.
ass off.
Right. Pause though. So you're telling me the Hulk did the same shit to Spider-Man that he did to Loki? Loki was fucking smushed after that, bro. That man was like Loki was done, bro. So you're telling me the Hulk can smash Spider-Man and Spider-Man is completely fucking fine, right? And Loki's a fucking god, right? Puny god, right? But the bullet takes this nigga out.
It was the bullet, man.
The bullet takes. What kind of bullet this man shooting? He ain't Hawkeye with all these special fucking. He shot him with a fucking regular sniper bullet,
Well,
and
hold
it
on.
took him out.
If he has the items that Peter needed to fix his web shooting, aka to make his big boom booms, then he probably does have special bullets.
And don't tell me he survived the Hulk because he was mutating. Goddamn it, we already talked about that. He fucking suppressed his mutation.
Yeah,
At
no,
that
I don't
time,
think
he
that.
was
I don't
fighting
think
the
that.
Hulk,
That's what
bro.
happened either. Yeah,
That's what
I don't think that's
wasn't
what it
the
was.
mutation that saved that man. He survived the Hulk smash, but the fucking bullet took him out and he almost died. I can't with sometimes I can't with these movies. I'm like, y'all gotta be fucking with me hard, telling me that the Punisher almost took out Spider-Man.
Okay, so wait, I wasn't here during the beginning. How do you feel about him having organic now?
So
Because now they're gonna count him as a mutant.
right. So the thing is, right, I said this when I saw the trailer, when you could see the mutation Spider-Man. As soon as I saw the whole thing about him mutating, it made more sense too that Jean Grey was coming, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Like there were so many hints that Sadie was
I'll
playing.
make Jean Grey come too.
Right, like
Anyways.
there was so many hints. The fucking mutation of Peter. I personally feel like there was like another kind of missed opportunity to mention mutants with him mutating, right? Because I remember in the animated TV show, the mutant Spider-Man thing happened, and he went to the X-Men about it. He didn't go to the Hulk. He went to He went to Professor Xavier to get answers about his mutation. So I do feel like there's a missed opportunity there to kind of incorporate and actually use the term mutants. So the organic thing, like having him mutate, made sense until I saw the movie, and I was like, I hope that the mutation makes sense in the next movie, because like again, missed opportunity having him mutate while introducing mutants in this universe and not really putting those two things together, because also they never even specifically called Jean Grey a mutant at all or said she had a mutation. None of that, if you notice in the movie, none of the mutant was never mentioned in regards to Jean Grey. No, it was only mentioned when it referred to Spider-Man, but it was never mentioned about mutants and mutation with Jean Grey, where it should have, because technically she's a mutant. But I did also say too that if you remember me saying her being a villain made sense, because what was X-Men about? Prejudice against mutants. And why were they prejudiced? Because mutants were dangerous. She displayed a dangerous amount of power. Now, after that, because of that event, that whole thing is going to actually probably start the whole possible what the fuck with the Sentinels, right? Like the creation of the
that would
Sentinels.
be honestly good. I wouldn't mind that.
Right. So I feel like with the organic Spider-Man webbing and him mutating, I do feel like there was a little bit of a missed opportunity for the mutant aspect to be really discussed in the movie. But it happened in the comics, it happened in the animated show, and that was one of my favorite story arcs as well in the '90s cartoon. When he actually, because like in the animation though, like the animated '90s, he fully mutated, like he fully became
Into a
a fucking
spider. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, I was waiting for that too. Yeah, the man spider. Yeah, he fully mutated in the animation. So I really feel like it was a missed opportunity. I think that they could have really utilized more of the mutation aspect of what was happening to Peter. I really thought that that's what they were going with, and they kind of didn't, which is probably the biggest criticism I have of disappointment in the film, if I had any, was that the lack of mutant in a story about Peter's mutation.
No, facts. I get it because I was also waiting for it, but then I realized, oh shit, this is like final battle time, so we're close to the end of the movie. I'm like, damn, because that would have been some peak development in my book. Like, okay, I just
Right.
got them turning into a monster the same way that Bruce does. Let me figure out my life type shit.
Yeah, I mean,
But now he's gonna think of himself as a monster almost the same way as Bruce thinks of
well,
himself as one. So that
well,
would have been a nice little
well,
like
my friend that I saw the
thing.
movie with brought up a good point. Is that that I forgot to mention that too. The device that suppressed Peter's um Peter's mutation, the universal one, that's definitely going to come into play again.
Oh, 100
Where it's
percent.
not, yeah, it's not going to be the last time we see that, especially again since we're introducing mutants. Remember the time when in the comic book or the animation where they put the collars to suppress their powers on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that that's going to pave the way to that kind of technology. So we might see some kind of like thing like that. But I do think that there's a lot in Spider-Man that I think that people definitely need to pay attention to, because I do feel like a lot of these things are going to trickle into what's coming. And I just don't know where the hell Spider-Man went at the end, bro. Like that shit's going to piss me off to no degree. Like where the hell did they take him?
I think what's gonna end up happening is this is gonna be a 2028, 2029 movie that will explain everything else. This is only gonna start focusing on the mutants. That's it. That's where we're going. We're gonna get focused on Doomsday. We're gonna get focused
He's in Battle World.
uh, on the X-Men, and we're gonna get focused on maybe a new hero. Probably they haven't introduced a new hero in a while, so that's where my thought process currently is.
Can you
However,
on a secret road on Tuesday?
if they focus on the X-Men, my lineup in my head is obviously Jean, gotta do Cyclops, Wolverine, but I don't know how they'll play that off. Hopefully, it's obviously Hugh Jackman, but we'll wait and see. I want Nightcrawler. I want
No,
Nightcrawler. I immediately want the Nightcrawler, and I don't want Rogue. I do not want Rogue yet. I want um shit Colossus. I
we had
want the Colossus.
Colossus.
I know. Bring him back.
Yeah. So my thing that I'm sitting here thinking of right now is like, can we just replace the movie opportunity we missed with Planet Hulk and just have Planet Spider-Man?
No, no,
I I will forever be
no.
so. That will be my biggest gripe with Thor. With they we
We
again missed
didn't get
opportunity,
the Scar
missed oppor-
storyline.
missed opportunity for Planet Hulk, guys. We're just gonna get Planet Spider Man. How does everyone like Gambit? I love Gambit. I love
Okay, I
Gambit.
am hit and miss with Gambit. I
Get out
love.
my stream.
Hold on. I liked his lines. I know. That's what I liked. I liked his lines. I feel like we should. That Gambit should have actually been somebody from Louisiana. That's how that should be. I'm okay with Channing Tatum. I'm not a Channing Tatum hater like everyone else is because he's in a lot of movies that I like. However, that is a role that should have actually gone to somebody from Louisiana because it feels like it would have been even funnier.
So
Hold on, I know what you're about to say because I've
what am
heard
I
it
gonna say?
before.
What am I gonna
Hold,
say?
some that fucking Channing Tatum is an actor and he was just doing and he just
Wrong.
did what he
Wrong.
okay.
That's not what I was gonna
Well,
say.
well,
Wrong.
hold on. Let me
Channing
finish at
No, no,
least.
no, no,
Let
no,
me
no, no,
finish
no,
at
no. I
least.
gotta
Let me
correct you
finish at
real quick.
least.
No, I gotta correct you real quick. No, 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 I gotta correct you real quick. Because Channing Tatum has already said that one of the reasons why he wanted to play Gambit as well is because he has family from Louisiana.
He doesn't have the accent already. He's faking it.
No shit, but he doesn't mean he doesn't like it because he like okay. So Mark Wahlberg is from Boston. You understand that when he does Boston fucking roles and stuff, like his accent isn't even that perfect. Like he's lost his accent, in my opinion. But like just because you like his
You're
family's
not the
from
only one that
Louisiana,
said that.
he's been to Louisiana. He loves Louisiana. He loves the Cajun accent. Why? Well, you sitting there saying, well, he's not from Louisiana. Well, he does have relatives. He does have family who's from there. He does go there. He does like the people there.
I got family in Puerto Rico. I don't have a Spanish accent.
You definitely sound Latino. Who are you kidding?
I do not have a Spanish accent.
Yes, the hell you
at
do.
all.
You can tell you're Latino. You can smell it off your fucking breath.
I don't at all. I don't even speak Spanish. I know Spanish. I don't speak it.
Whatever. Either way, I think Channing did a great job, especially with the certain lines he delivered in Deadpool Wolverine. People were upset because it was a jokey character, but like it's a Deadpool Wolverine movie, of course. Even friggin' Wesley Snipes had like a funny moment, you know. So I think Gambit, the fact that Channon's a fan of the character and he was even set up to play the character for his own standalone movie. I think that him getting a spot in this is actually really justified. And again, it's more for me the fact that they canceled his solo movie when he actually really wanted to play this role. And I'm glad he got the chance to do it in the Deadpool Wolverine movie. And I'm happy to see him back because I want to see what he's going to do in a more seriously toned movie as opposed to a jokey one.
Anthony, I'm a product of my environment. That's why I say it. I am Puerto Rican though. But anyway, yeah. No, I'm full Puerto Rican.
I
I'm
was
actually
joking.
full Puerto Rican, which is the wild part. I think that they should bring those characters back some way somehow in Doomsday. I want to see Elektra in action. I want to see Wesley Snipes in a big like battle with all
He
the other
is too
heroes.
goddamn old. Cut that out. He is too old. You trying to break that man's hips.
But you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't mind seeing that because that was supposed to happen when we were kids. That was our setup. And then like shit happened and then we got a completely different setup.
So Dee says you don't see too many actors who love and appreciate a character who wants to play a role like that anymore. I love that.
I didn't say I don't appreciate him.
So no, I was gonna say that's why a lot of people loved Henry Cavill and the roles Henry Cavill played because like Henry Cavill was a fan of the Witcher games. He liked the Witcher games. He liked Geralt as a character. He did his homework and he played a really good character. And even him leaving the show was based on the fact he did not like the changes that were made in the role, so he left the show. So
and he's a gamer, so he knows the game.
And Henry Cavill's another. He loves Superman, so he plays a very good Superman. So like, yeah, it also is very important for actors to be familiar with a character they're playing because it means they can play the character more accurately than having to base it on the direction of a director who might not know much about the character but is just doing the fucking thing to make money. So I do say that I'd rather have Channing play Gambit because he's more familiar with the character and he understands the mannerisms better than just having another actor there just there to do a job. I feel like there's more passion that is put into Channon's version of Gambit than the first guy who played it, which was supposed to go to Channon, by the way. People forget that too. Channon was supposed to be in the Wolverine Origins movie, but Channon couldn't do it because he was shooting the G.I. Joe film instead. So Channon was always supposed to play Gambit. And he just never got his chance until recently. And people loved it. People literally lost their shit in the theaters seeing Gambit come out on the screen. So I think that, no, that's not RJ. I think that people seem to forget a lot of the lore behind why Channon was in Deadpool and Wolverine as Gambit. And again, it's not their fault because not a lot of people are terminally online to know these things. But for those who knew, we all lost our shit. We all lost our shit.
So, okay. So, obviously, if we don't get the lineup that I said, we're obviously going to get Storm. Who would you cast? I say bring back Halle for fun as. I say bring her back.
We need to bring back Halle Berry. We need to bring back Halle Berry. I said Halle Berry. Halle Berry. We need to bring her back.
Who the fuck is Halle Berry?
Well, that's the other chick who played the Little Mermaid. But we need to bring back Halle Berry. I think we should bring her back. But
You don't want me talking about the Little
but when
Mermaid.
but they've also had another actress play Storm, a younger version. But I think they could cast. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna sound awful. I think they can cast any like black woman to play a really pretty black woman to play Storm.
Well, the way I see it, since they're casting black people to play white people, I say we cast a white lady to play Storm.
How about you get the fuck out? How about you get the fuck out?
if they cast Storm, I know this might be like, no, don't do it. I want a no name.
I just want Storm. I want Storm to have more stories for her.
Why do you keep trying to push Keke Palmer level?
He said not accept Keke. He said accept her.
Oh.
I think that they could cast a pretty black woman to play Storm. I mean, I think that Storm needs to have more depth to her though. She's always seemed, even in the original Fox Sony Fox version, Fox version. Even in the Fox version of her when Halle Berry played her, I feel like she still played kind of like a side character. She wasn't really
100%, yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't focused on more than she was because she was Professor X's right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, eventually the X-Men went to Cyclops, right? We got, X-Men 1997.
I still have to watch that.
Yeah, so spoiler alert, Cyclops is now running the X-Men in Professor X's absence. Even though Cyclops takes over as a leader of X-Men, as far as like the bond and the friendship and the actual right hand person, that was always Storm. And I feel like they kind of put her in the back in the live action versions. I want to see Storm be more front and center. I loved, like, people don't understand. Go back to the animated 90s version. She had some really amazing solo storylines.
And badass.
Right. She had some badass story arcs. And I really want to see her shine a little bit more in the X-Men universe. So I really hope that if they are going to, since they are rebooting X-Men, I want them to kind of have a little bit more focus on Storm too.
So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
So T'Challa and Storm are a thing, but it's the OG T'Challa and Storm that's a thing. Do you think they'll take his son and this Storm and make them a thing to kind of like change it up since his mom is somebody else?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, do I want to see the whole Black Panther and Aurora thing? I mean, maybe. You know what was weird? Do you remember when they shipped Storm with Wolverine?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, that was so.
It's like, why?
Weird. It was so weird. It was weird and random as hell. To get Storm. Remember. Yeah, that was so weird. Like, it was, I mean, the whole story arc with that was very fascinating, the whole future element, but oh my god, it was so weird because, like, I don't know why, even though it's like kind of cringy, but like the love triangle between Wolverine, Jean Grey, and Cyclops is always like,
it's too iconic.
It's too iconic. Even though in 2026 is kind of like weird if you think about it, like it's still kind of like the whole iconic like dynamic between those three characters. And I liked how they kept that in the Fox movies. Wolverine's little obsession with Jean Grey.
Anthony said it's annoying.
Huh?
Anthony said it's annoying.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of agree with Anthony. It does get to a point where it's like, all right, we get it. You fucking love Jean Grey, and she doesn't love you back like that. She's staying with fucking Cyclops. Like, even in the fucking like 1997 fucking thing, they still have that fucking like element a little bit. It's like, bro, when she's having this man's baby, when are you gonna let it go? Like, you lost, you got friend zone, bro. It's not happening. Like, she's pregnant with his baby. They're married. Like, you gotta let it go, Logan. Like, you gotta find some other mutant puss. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, there's plenty of other bitches out there that can take the adamantium penis. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
All I'm saying is people got to put more respect on the first Jean Grey's name. Okay, she was a good Jean Grey. She did what she could
Bro.
with
Bro.
the acting at that time, because everyone's like, "Oh well, we had two great Jean Greys already." Are you really
What's her
leaving
name?
her out the conversation? Fama
Fonky or
something.
yeah. Oh, so Boneyard, you say in the comics Jean does get on Wolverine. Yeah, and then
Yes.
she gets back with Scott. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm
He
sorry.
he really was a fucking rebound. Like she
Bro,
treated Wolverine
bro,
as a rebound.
listen. Let's talk about the 90s X-Men real quick, okay? The 90s X-Men was fantastic, but there is so much like what the fuck moments. Like, bro, Jean Grey was kind of a bitch. I'm gonna just keep a buck. She was kind of a bitch. Like,
The movies or the cartoon.
the cartoon.
Okay.
Cartoon and movies, like, bruh, you with Scott. You've been with Scott for a long time. You and Scott have your little problems or whatever, and then you like use Wolverine to like deal with it. And that's not fair to Wolverine. I felt so bad for Wolverine. Like, homeboy was just trying to get love. He was just trying to be loved because he's like a scary ass dude and he's grumpy all the time. And then the only person he's not grumpy like that with is Jean. But like, Jean knows this. She's a fucking telepath. She can read this man's mind. And she all over this man sometimes and leading him on and shit. And I'm sitting here like, Jean, what are you doing, girl? Pick a fucking struggle. Pick a dick and stay on it. Like, why are we hopping dick right now? Like, is it Wolverine or is it Cyclops, girl? Like, make up your mind. Then she chooses fucking Cyclops, but then she always low-key flirting with Logan. Like, I don't even know why Scott with this hoe at this point. Like, she a hoe hopper, bro. There's no reason why Scott even put a baby in this. Boy, you love her so much, you're willing to be Cyclops is the biggest cuck in the fucking Marvel universe. I'm sorry, somebody had to say it. I love Cyclops. I'm sorry, I love you, Cyclops, but you was a cuck, bro. You was a
No,
cuck.
that's not crazy to say. That's not crazy to say.
He is a
Yeah, you're
cuck.
right.
He is. Like, how you gonna sit here and watch this man basically swoop up your woman? You know, and y'all got beef and
Twice.
bro, twice. And then you gonna be friends with this dude after the fact. Like, this dude been pining for your girl for decades, and you still this dude's still on your team, bro. I would be like, listen, you gotta make an HR report at this point. Like, sir,
The HR report is
right.
wild.
I'm just saying, bro. This man straight up getting cucked by Wolverine, and then he'll put his foot down like he about to do something. And yeah, they fought here and there, but in my head, I'm like, but afterwards they like, okay, I'm gonna stay in my lane. And then like low key, he's still over there friggin' in the background fapping to Jean Grey, and Scott's just like, it's all right as long as you don't try to touch her, bro. Like, I don't know. He should just have
Looking at
Rogue
her picture while laying down on the bed.
Rogue, like, listen, Rogue, do me a favor, right? Take your glove off and go touch Wolverine's ass. Like, just do it real quick. Just touch his ass, bro. Take your glove off and touch his ass. He needs an ass touch. Like,
listen, if we're gonna keep Channing Tatum's gambit, we better cast the perfect Rogue. I mean, like top tier. She even has to have a fat ass.
I vote Channing Tatum's wife. I vote Channing Tatum's wife for Rogue if they're gonna do it.
Okay, that one I'm gonna have to like put my foot down on. Like, she needs to be from the country. That one I will say. I don't think she is from the country, but I can see it though. I can see it.
I mean, vision-wise, I can see it. Visually, I can see it. Acting-wise, I don't know. Visually, I can see it.
Visually, I can see it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
visually, yeah. But you know.
But acting-wise, I'm sorry. I need my fucking Southern Belle with the fat ass. Type.
Here we go. Can we stop sexualizing women? No, they're sexy. I can't even deny.
Are you seriously saying that? Do you not see your little like avatar right there? You sexualizing yourself.
His shut up. His wife is still very pretty, but yeah. I mean,
no, she's gorgeous, but I don't see Rogue. I see like maybe a different X-Men character for her, but I don't see Rogue. I see maybe like not part of the main group type people. Yeah, like she's just there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, we'll see. You know, we'll see what they do. Nobody pointed out that my fucking title says spoiler with no I in it. Thank you. I just noticed that. I'll fix it afterwards. Spoiler.
Damn, I don't even know. I don't know, Anthony. How old is his wife?
I don't even know. Got to be around his age. But listen, I've been streaming for 3 hours. We've been talking about this for a while. I need to get going. So. Hello? Did he just mute his mic? Oh, we left. He left. I was like, did he just mute his mic? He left. Yeah, I do gotta go. Thank you, Raziel, for coming on and chatting. I'm sorry, Leon. I did drop the link, but you probably fell asleep because I was streaming for an hour and you was not waiting. So I'm gonna go now that Raziel dipped. So thank y'all for being here with me for the review. I don't know what I'm gonna stream next. I did not kick him, I swear. I don't know what I'm gonna stream next, but y'all already know. The real fun is gonna be at the end of this month. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. I'm excited for this new chapter in my life. I'm excited for this new chapter on YouTube. I hope y'all are excited with me. I hope y'all are excited for the Marvel movies. I really do. I think that there's some hope with the DC. Oh no, I can't believe I said that. I think there's some hope with Marvel. I think we're getting back to the glory days, y'all, of Marvel. I really do hope that it's gonna be as great as I'm hyped for. I'll let you know my disappointment when it happens. So thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate every single one of y'all for coming in and checking me out. I appreciate every single one of y'all for sticking around. I appreciate every single one of y'all for your support, your continued support. I appreciate y'all for staying, going, coming back, going, and staying gone. I don't know. I love y'all so much. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday. I might stream tomorrow. I don't know. I don't think I should, though, because I got a lot of packing I got to do. So, with that said, love y'all's faces. I will see you next time. Peace out.